Music a little dominating. Okay. Let's try this. Alright, let's try this. So, this match, yeah, Alex versus Goki. So remember, Alex is not that great in this game. He's got a lot of problems with big hitbox stuff, and I think Goki really abuses him. Goki kind of runs circles around him, but Alex hits like a truck, so he can, if he gets Alex or Goki in the corner, he can do some damage. But until then, I think it's Goki punishing Alex with his safe one-frame Tatsu in neutral, and a bunch of other stuff. We'll see how it works. Yeah, see, he's already representing Tatsu. You can see here, he was expecting this to get blocked, probably. Yeah, see, he canceled into elbow slash. He was expecting this to get blocked, so he was doing this as the block string, as like a pseudo frame trap block string thing. This Tatsu there. This is a one-frame startup, heavy Tatsu, and safe on block. And characters that can't crouch it, and I think Alex is one of them, really struggle against this move. They have to like red parry the third hit, basically. And then Goki can do a bunch of really dirty stuff when if you try to start red parrying it, Goki can make it really painful. Nice, that was good. So this is really fast recovery in this game. This is a very common Goki thing to do. He'll do a block string into stand fierce, and then he'll cancel this into demon flip. And then he'll either do palm, throw, or dive kick here, and you have to mix up your parry options. Jumping is no good. You can see jump. You can land an anti-air. Goki is a really hit and run character in this game. He's very fast. He has very low damage, or very low health, and very low stun though, so he dies really badly to high stun characters and characters like Chun, who can kill him in one super. Oh, wake up. That was a hit confirm attempt from a Genki. Oh. Wow, was that intentional? This couldn't have been intentional. Maybe it was. Maybe he tried to bait. I don't know what he tried to bait. Power throw? He's probably dead. Chip, yeah. You have to try and get out of there. So air fireball does a lot of chip. This chips a lot. Both ground and air fireball do a lot of chip, the super version, so unless he tries to parry it, he has to get out of there. And parrying this is really difficult because Goki recovers really fast from his supers, and he can dash in and attack you while you're parrying, and then make it just impossible to parry everything. So he tried to get out. Didn't work. I guess I should maximize this guy. Okay, this is a really fast move for Alex, by the way. This EX shoulder. It's really quick. I don't know how fast the startup actually is, but it reaches you in what feels like instant. So it's one of those things you have to kind of parry preemptively if you're looking to parry it. Most characters will just prefer to not be there. It's not actually safe on block. Like Ken can punish it with super and stuff, but most characters can't punish it. So yeah, he got tagged, trying to move overhead. Oh man, he's one more mix up for stun. Wow, he was stunned there. So take a look at how much take a look at how much stun Goki takes. Look at this overhead. Donk. Look at that stun. So Alex is a stun monster. So you can bet that overhead was going to stun and then he's dead. And that was a really important TP. Yeah, so he tried to parry. You see him there try to parry that. See him move forward here. This is him trying to parry early dive kick. So he does it late and then he just stuffs the parry attempt. Now he's one hit away from stun and death. Oh, what more? That was a good block. These medium kicks are hit confirms attempts. He's gonna super. He's gonna super if that hits, because he gets a lot of time. Goki gets quite a bit of time to hit confirm medium attacks into super. Hit confirm attempt, no good. Can't punish. Goki can't punish. That's a punish. Yeah, he's dead. Oh god, he's dead anyway. Yeah. He can try, but he's gonna. Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure you can get out of that. So that probably whiffed on Alex because Alex has a very funky hitbox when he's juggled. He has no hitbox around his feet basically. So his hitbox for being juggled is like here down to like here. He has no hitbox down here. he's got a really funky juggle hitbox. So this fireball would hit most characters, but it misses Alex because there's no hitbox here. And then you can't throw tech while you're parrying, I'm pretty sure. So you can see he can dash in there and throw you while you're parrying, but I think he can also, I mean, the mix-up there is, you know, you could also go high or low or all sorts of other nonsense, delay it. But I think that was actually checkmate. Invincible DP knows him. It's pretty rare to have truly invincible moves in this game. There's only a couple. I think Goki is one of them. I actually don't know too much about which moves are actually invincible and which ones are like have a small gap before their invincibility. But because you can OS parry in this game, reversals are not that great. They're like okay at best, I think. So this is, I guess, Kuni. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is Kuni, right? They have the wrong tags down here. These are not the people playing. Yeah, this is Kuni Ryu, I'm pretty sure. So he picks Denjin. So Ryu is one of the few characters in this game that have multiple viable supers. There aren't very many characters that do, but Ryu is one of them. And so if you don't know how Denjin works, it's Serpro at 3. It's got a short meter, relatively short. It's a very scary super that you can't block, you have to parry. So he will try to set up situations where he forces Goki to block, and then he will cancel into Denjin, and while he's on block stun, he will throw the Denjin and force you to either red parry the Denjin or, you know, take it. And it's a super that does a ton of stun, so it will stun Goki every time because he has a low health bar. So Goki basically can never get touched by this. Most Ryus will try and knock you down and then set it up with meaty fireball timing. That doesn't work against Goki because he can teleport. So, you know, your options are to try and put him in a block string and then cancel into it. So you'll probably see like low jab or low short, low jab, low short, cancel the fireball, cancel the Denjin. Something like that to force Goki to block in neutral. But he has to build the meter first, and he has to deal. Oh, nice anti-air. Alright. You have to take this pressure, but he is the Denjin next hit now. I'm actually pretty curious how Kuni is going to set up Denjin on Akuma. It's a difficult super to get him to deal with because of. Okay, he's going to spend 1 bar for EX. Oh, trying to parry there. Nice anti-air cross under. Yeah. See that? There you go. This is what you have to do to deal with this 1-frame Tatsu. So this is basically a reversal because it's, I don't know, it's 1 frame. Watch him when he lands here. He does 1-frame Tatsu. This is already hitting. He's already blocking, see? That's 1 frame. So, and Ryu is one of those characters that has to block it crouching if you do it meaty like this or close up. So Ryu has no choice but to try and parry in the middle. And he got it. But that can be baited by doing different strengths of Tatsu. Basically, and from different spacings, the Tatsus will hit wildly differently. So it's a very difficult move to parry. But as soon as Ryu does successfully parry, Akuma just melts. Ryu has really high damaging stuff, even without super. And again, Akuma is one of those characters that really melts. Oh, he's gonna die to Denjin right here. Yeah, there it is. He's gonna force him to block it. Oh, he's dead. Okay, so normally you kill Denjin here. This is really smart there. He jab resetted him. This is a flip out, right? He hits jab here. Jab. That flips him out. Maybe meaties with fireball Denjin. He gets hit. So this is actually a combo. But yeah, the Goki player knew how screwed he was here, so he tried to parry this fireball and he missed it. So this is actually a combo. Alright. And now normally you would back up and do a jump in combo to kill, but he knows that the Akuma player is matching for his life, so he wants to get out. So he just does dash up something short. So he leaves him with a pixel, but he normally wouldn't leave him with that pixel. Okay. 1 mix up for good mix up here. Goki isn't really out of this. Okay, now he is. Yeah, they knew that it was risky. So remember, there's chip in this game, but you can't easily see, like that jump forward was also an option select parry. So he's jumping forward, and if Ryu DPs, he gets parried, and then he probably dies because he has super. He probably, well, he might not die. Goki doesn't do a ton of damage. But yeah, that parry was more important than it looks. Alright. So Kuni, Ryu. Yeah, now they've got the right people down here. So who are they putting up next? They're putting Rikimaru up next? That's Rikimaru. He should be their anchor, right? Alright, so they're gonna put the Yun player up. This isn't Nito. This must be the other guy, Moto. I'm pretty sure this is Moto. Oh no, this must be Nito. This is Nito's color. Oh, he said Moto, so maybe both Nito and Moto have the same color. This match sucks for Ryu, by the way. Yun is short, and a lot of stuff doesn't work on him. So here's Denjin, or Ganejin rather. Yeah, overhead. Oh, he got out of there. Denjin? Oh, he tried Denjin. He must have tried Denjin. This is Denjin for sure. Didn't come out though. Okay, now he's out. No? There it is. See how he put that in the block string there? He tried, on this knockdown, he tried to get it out. Normally this is exactly what you do. You backdash after a throw, and then you throw Fireball Denjin. No Denjin. There's a block string, right? So low forward, Fireball, Denjin. And because he already has like 40% stun already, he doesn't even need to... This is a real mix-up here. Normally if Yun has no stun here, Yun is not super scared. He will actually just get hit by the Denjin on purpose, and he'll only get stunned to about here. Like from here to max. And then he'll just punish because Denjin is unsafe on hit. But yeah, if you're already this much stunned, then you're in big time trouble here. So he even got hit by the fireball ahead of it, which means he tried to red parry. Super freeze really messes up parry attempts. Yeah, so you can't. Your inputs are entirely blocked during super freeze. You cannot parry at all. Like you can mash the stick and nothing will register to the system. So you have to parry either before or after the freeze. And in those situations, you can't parry after you can't parry while your block's done before the freeze. So you just have to like deal with it. Hey Raven, how's it going? You're building meter, right? Remember, in this game you build meter for whiff normal. Oh, that was a mistake. That was an accident, I mean. Get away with it. Alright, so he does early Zempo tension. He's going to build a ton of meter back. Kara DP, or Kara lunge at the end for extra meter gain. So that's... See, this is what I'm talking about. See the stun here? It's right here. So it doesn't even matter that he hits him here. Watch him get hit. So this is how much stun Denjin does. You can actually just take this hit if you're not super worried. And he was probably holding up to make sure he could get over it. So this is a mistake, I think, from Ryu. But Kuni, I'm pretty sure, actually didn't even mean to activate Denjin there. He just kind of worked with it. But now he's trying to smell blood. Can he kill him? There it is. Nice. He knows he's fishing for a Denjin. Or sorry, Ganejin activation. He doesn't even have it yet. See, this is Ganejin down here. But this shoulder is a Ganejin starter. I think he might have built enough meter to activate. So Kuni knows that Yun is looking to make this comeback with Ganejin. So this is a really smart parry. Any chance you're putting all of this on YouTube? I probably will. I tried to export my last analysis to YouTube and it didn't work. Twitch just wouldn't let me export anymore. So I have to like reset up my YouTube, my account thing there and see if it fixes it. But if I can, I'll put it on YouTube. Yeah.
さあ国流2連勝ここで
So Rikimaru, being the good team captain, comes over there and says, you know, you tried your best, good job. You got beat by low tier Ryu, but you know, don't quit your day job. And then next guy is like, all right, you got this. You could do a lot better than the last guy. Nowhere to go but up from here, buddy. All right. Oh, this is Kabetsu, yeah. So he made top 3 Cooperation Cup Kabetsu on his team. He's a KOF player and also well known for Viper, and he played a lot of Viper in Street Fighter 4. So he's kind of a wild player. He reminds me a bit of a little worse Deshken, very kind of wildy. He even picks Deshken's color. This match is Ken's favor for sure, but Ryu can do okay in it. And Denjin is the right choice against Ken, I think. Nice. See, when people are jumping at you in third strike, they're always trying to parry, right? There's a mix between you either attack. If you attack, then you can't parry. But most people will do empty jump and try to parry and then do a late attack. So what this means is that sometimes your anti-air timings have to be different. See, he gets hit late here because he picks a different button to anti-air than say jab or shoryuken, which would have been an earlier parry. So by varying what anti-airs you do, you actually can beat jump in empty jump parry, just because these hitboxes and the timing of the startup will change how you have to parry this thing. So there's, you know, some people are like, well, how do you stop people who just jump at you at parry or DPs? Well, here's one way. Another way is to dash under and parry on the other side, so that even if you do get parried, you don't get attacked, because he attacks, the other character will still fly the same direction. But the main way you do it is by varying what you anti-air with. And now he's got Denjin, but he has to build up a little bit of stun before he does it. So he's not just going to do it in neutral. So he does spend 1 EX, because I think he's going to try and win this round without using Denjin. Nice, there it is again. Yeah, he's definitely burning EXs because he doesn't want to use Denjin this round. But he could still lose quite easily here. Oh, they got him. So there's a mix-up every time you parry low forward in this game, that you might, if you try and attack, the other guy might just super cancel anyway and then kill you. So you'll often see in this game people will low parry, they will low parry like crouching medium kick, and then they won't do anything because they're expecting super sometimes. So Kuni lost the mix-up here. And he's 1 mix-up away from dying. He's going to take a couple throws, but yeah, that's the mix-up. He flinched on the throw, and really, Ken corner damage is not a joke. Watch this damage. He was dead to here, like, because he had another Shoryuken after this, so he was super, super dead. But he could take 1 more throw, and then he had to guess. He could take 2 throws before death or 1 combo. Right? So he lost the mix-up. He lost this 1 throw mix-up, and then he panicked here. If you taunt after super, do you lose Oki setup? No, you still get Oki. But you have to do it after super, not after throw. Yeah, there it is again. So he's got him big time here. Oh, okay. Denjin setup. Oh, that was definitely Denjin. So you have 2 options here as your punish. You can cancel Fierce into EX Donkey Kick and spend 1 bar and get corner carry. He just goes Fierce Tatsu and then he's going to set up meaty Denjin, but that's not how you input super. There it is. Yeah, he's got him. But take a look at the damage, right? This is where Ken was. This is a block string, right? He blocked the attack. Watch the damage. Don't. Right? That's the jump-in combo. And watch how much meter Ryu gets back. Right? So he spends the meter. Don't. So he's a halfway back to his Denjin. Like, this is pretty good, right? But again, okay, so he chooses to bet it there because Ken can't really hurt him with no super. Well, he can hurt him, but You know, if you're gonna take a bet on a reversal, when your opponent doesn't have bar is the best choice.
折り返していくイオるところは全く見せないさあ最
Were
終
you
ラウンドは
almost on his Denjin?
どうなるディープ
Now Ken has one bar, so he can make stuff hurt, and he can convert low forward into super like that. It was on crouching too. Crouching, you take more damage in this game. 25% more damage if you're crouching. So this low forward and the first hit of super hurts twice as much, or basically almost twice as much. Ken's super stands you up, so only the first hit will be crouching. You can see, bang, bang. See, standing here now. So this only the first hit gets crouching bonus. Okay, there's another bet. Nice. These are good attacks to beat low parry. In these situations are really common to do low parry. Let's see, that's why he was crouching there. He crouched. He was standing and then crouched, right? He's standing here, right? The only reason he gets hit low is because he tries to low parry. This is him crouching to low parry, right? So these are good attacks to beat low parry from this close range where you normally press low jab, low short, low forward. So stand strong is a great choice here to beat low parry. Denjin dead. Better figure it out. You got it. Okay, that was really good. He's far enough away that he can react to the release of this and get him. And Kuni can't wait too long because if he waits long, Ken will eventually just super jump out of there. So he has to kind of like, you know, pick your spot pretty close to the startup. But it is parried. And then he throws overhead. Man. Wake up low forward, or fireball. That was going to be super on hit. But what a ballsy wake up. Yeah, okay, nice. Remember, you can turn crouch blocking into parry attempts for free. If you stand up and then go to down and then down back, that turns crouch blocking into a parry attempt. So here, if you're like trying to, now watch what he does here. Right? See, he went from whipping stand a medium kick into parry without sacrificing crouch block. So there's always these OSs built into third strike. Everything you do is kind of OSable with parry because there's no whiff animation for parry. Wait, didn't you say before that Ryu wasn't high tier? Yeah, he's pretty mid tierish. But he basically only has. I think Denjin is his best super. Some people will compete with Shinku. But he basically fights with EX Fireball, Denjin, and like one or two buttons. And other than that, he's not really that good. So you basically just have to get like, if you don't land your Denjin, like you basically don't win the round. It's not like Yun where you get multiple chances at Canadian. So this is Nito, right? Yeah, this is Nito. This is for sure Nito. And they do have the same color, so I was right. I still know my third strike colors. So yeah, it's not like Yun where if you miss a Ganajin, you just build another one really quickly. Ryu basically needs his Denjin to hit, otherwise he loses the round. Nice sweep. Okay, he's out of the corner, but he's in trouble here. This is where Yun shines. Yeah, oh man, he got caught. He got caught with the highest possible damage starter. Look at the damage, oh my goodness. So there's different ways Yun can start Ganajin on a blocking opponent. One of them is command grab. One of them is, you know, you catch someone flinching. But you can catch people flinching with different moves, and different moves have different, they start the scaling differently. So Palm is the highest possible damage starter for Yun. So he catches him flinching with Palm, and watch the damage here. I'm putting my mouse on the cursor. So he got hit by overhead, so it's down to here. This is him getting hit by a Ganajin. So here to here, for, you know, he only had half Ganajin time left. And he even missed the car lunge punch at the end to get a little bit more meter, but he still converted for half life, got 40% of his Ganajin back, and still has corner. And it's just, you know, he's gonna get another Ganajin by the end of this round. He might not even have to spend Ganagin, but he's going to. He's going to keep jumping back, or waiting for that, and then it's over. I mean, you can't do anything about this. Oh, he missed it. I've never seen it. That's the easy version too. I wonder why he missed that. That was going to be dead if he hit the rest of that combo. He can still lose now. He's going to. Oh my goodness, he got away with it. That was a scramble, and he really should have lost here, I think. Like, why would, he was. I don't know what he was doing there. See, and you can't Denjin here. A lot of Ryus might try and Denjin. This is a waste of your Denjin. It's too far away. Even if he stands up here and just takes it, you won't kill him because he's not built up to enough stun, and he can react to the release and parry. So this isn't a good enough spacing. He has to be in the corner, or you have to be point blank. So he doesn't spend his Denjin, but man, he gets away with that throw there. Okay, so he's gonna burn it here. He knows it's not gonna stun. So he released it right away. He didn't even mix up here. But he's trying to keep him in the corner and try and stun him with a Fierce. You see him try and stun with that Fierce? But it's going down slowly. He needs to catch him. Okay, stops temporarily. He's gonna have another Denjin now. But he has to deal with Ganagin. Oh, he's got him. The parry. Yeah. So Ganagin has startup. If you parry the thing that starts Ganagin, if he cancels this into Ganagin on a parry, then there's always a guaranteed punish here. There's nothing Yin can do. I think he could have even punched with a Fierce, but now he might die. Okay, that was a good parry. He won the mix-up there. It was a 50-50. Actually, probably... Whoa, Fierce? Why did he Fierce it? This must have been a DP attempt. I can't think of any other reason why he would press crouch first. And Kuni doing work on these Yuns. Okay. Wow, I've never seen that. Who would ever block this? So this is hard to convert here. I think he could convert for minimal damage, but he wouldn't get the main Ganagin meter builder at the end, so this is a better choice. But would you block this? I shouldn't. I would never. I've never seen this. See, now he gets the meter build. And that's the most important part of Yin, right? This is what he always wants. He wants Ganagin to fuel his meter build. It's not so much the damage from Ganagin, although it can be great, but most of the time it's because this never runs out. This meter never runs out. So if he can't sustain the end of Ganagin to more meter, it's usually best to do something else, which is why he tried the mix-up there. Oh, that's a mistake. Oh, he tried to throw him back into the corner. Punishing with something other than throwing into corner is wrong here, probably. So that's probably what he tried here. Because then he can get the whole damage with the Denjin setup. If he just punishes with low forward Tatsu here, it's not good enough. Yun has too much of a life lead and is going to have Ganagin soon. So it's unfortunate that it wasn't range. No, he's got Ganagin, he's going to lose. I don't know how you get out of this. Well, he survived that, but he's still not out. Wow, he just did it. Yeah, he's dead now. Yeah, he tried to swing with something to try and... Yeah, not a whole lot you could do. Tensing mad with 3S. Yeah, that is playing in the background, man. A throwback to the late 90s for a lot of people. Well, here's our old pal, Onuki. Good old Gray Chun for Nuki. They're keeping their Yun and their Yang for the end, huh? Interesting. I guess they really want to deal with this right now, this problem. Wow, Kara throw to beat. What did he try and beat here? Man, he must have beat walk up throw with it. Remember, if you're playing against Chun, man, look at the Kara throw range. Isn't that ridiculous? Watch this range, the Kara throw from Chun. Is that fair? This is throw range. You can't tech this throw unless you tech after the Kara throw is out. If you preemptively throw, you get thrown. Look at the Kara. That's the Kara range. Ugh. Alright, that's not bad. But yeah, if you don't know much about Third Strike, this is Chun's super meter. You can think of this as your timer. I like to think of this as how much time you have left before you die. So you have this much time until she builds a bar to kill her. And if you can't kill her, you're probably going to lose the round. And even if you don't lose the round, she starts with the next round with this meter, and then it's a nightmare to deal with. So this is your timer. Whenever you're watching Chun on the screen, you have to keep your eye on how much time the opponent has before the super comes into play. It's one hit for death for Yun here. Now for sure it is. Yeah. Bonk. And here's the timer is back up to 80%, right? This is a hit confirm, by the way. And this is, Nuki's really good at this. You also have to high jump cancel this move. You can't just super cancel it. That move is not cancelable normally, but you can high jump cancel it, and then you cancel the high jump startup into super. So you have a bit more time to cancel that because of it. Okay. Here's Yun's chance. Okay. He gets a little bit more on Chun. Yeah. See, that's a Chun specific combo. Chun is fat in the air and gets hit by a lot of stuff. So even this startup where he does Zen Potention command throw into this launcher, that is not possible on most characters. It's only Makoto, Chun, and Q, I think, and maybe Alex or something like that. But most characters do not get hit by that. So this is a Chun specific combo. Pawn, that. Okay, still has a bit of time. Okay, his time's up. I think okay, so he's going to spend it. Mix up. 50-50, one side or the other. Okay, good block. Okay, he has to kill with this. If he doesn't kill with this Canadian, he's losing. Did he get it? Oh, he dropped it. He should have. Yeah, that was a mistake. He tried to just do lunge there. I think he just dropped the input. He can lose. Wow. Was this chip territory? Yeah, it was. But that was it. If Nuki had parried that, he doesn't even have to try to parry it, right? It can just be an accidental parry. Nice anti-air. Canadian. Good on Nuki to survive. And anti-air. Now Yun is as good as dead. Long way away from Ganajin. See, he didn't build. If you don't land Ganajin, you don't get this extra meter, right? This is a big, I mean, let's all shed a tear for Yun, right? But this is a big deal in this matchup in particular, because this is like Armageddon mode right here. If I was saying like this is your timer before you die, when it hits 2, that's like, you know, DEFCON 1 or whatever. This is big time trouble. So, you know, Yun doesn't have enough health to survive 2 supers. So one hit for death here, one hit and one mix up for Yun. And he's a long way away from his strength. Yeah, there's one. Can he survive the mix up? Okay. He survived the mix up, but he still has to kill Chun with this Canadian. Is he gonna get it? No. Now he's gonna try to chip, yeah. Man, Muki with the jersey? This man is eating sports like something crazy, right? So this is guaranteed death, by the way. If you block this here, because he doesn't even have enough health to take one chip of the super, you have to red parry. You have to block one hit of the super before you can red parry it. So his only chance was to block one hit of the super and red parry, the rest, which is basically, I don't know, even for these good players, I think it's like I would put it at 1 in 10 probably. But it's 0 in 10 in this case because he doesn't even have enough health to take the first hit of the super. So it's just instant death. His only option was to parry the low forward, but since he didn't, he dies. But now it's Rikimaru, he's the anchor. And these guys still have Shoyun and Tokuda Yang left. So Rikimaru's got to beat 3 really good players in it. So there's not a whole lot to talk about in these Chun mirrors. They're going to be whiffing a lot of the same strong buttons. Low forward is a virtually unwhiff punishable move. So they're just going to be spamming a lot of low forward. And they're both going to be trying to build super whiffers. That is one interaction you should notice here. People will try and whiff punish low forward with crouch strong, which goes a little further, but it's not special cancelable or super cancelable. So you'll see this here. That interaction is pretty common in Chun mirrors. And you should watch for that button. There, that low strong to beat the low forward. Tried it again there. Yeah, you'll see this a lot. I think he's got him crouching too. Of course, crouching. If you're trying to press low forward as a counter hit, you get crouched. You can feel the tension, right? This is so awesome. Here, I want to stop the music so you can hear this tension. Just feel the tension in the crowd here. Oh, that's great. You might not even like what you just saw there, whiffing low forward, but you have to admit the tension is something else. So you guys remember that? I don't know if you guys are people or if you go on Twitter and follow FGC people there, but I don't know. Maybe about 6 months ago or so, there was a tweet from someone who posted like Daigo whiff punishing Momochi in Street Fighter 4 and said like, this is footsies. And then posted a Street Fighter 5 clip where somebody did something like this where they whiffed a bunch of buttons. I think it was Punk Karen versus J1 Karen Mary, maybe. And they were like, this is not footsies. And they were both swinging with roundhouse and they were both missing, right? And then they posted like the picture perfect example of Street Fighter 4 footsies. So the thing that happens once every 20 games. And they're like, this is footsies. You know, let me tell you what footsies really is, okay? It's you whiffing a bunch of buttons and the opponent not whiff punishing them because most buttons in fighting games are not whiff punishable unless you have a read or are amazing, okay? So don't let those people subjectively pick stupid stuff like that. This is what footsies actually looks like in most games, okay? Overhead. Hazanchu is an overhead. And it's one way for them to try and beat low forward. Good block. So this stand forward thing, that thing, that's what she does when she car throws. This sort of step kick thing. That thing. It's not special cancelable, so it's not something that you can worry about for super. But it is a way for her to get close to trying frame trap you with his back fierce. And this is very super cancelable. Oh. It's very difficult to cross under in the corner in third strike. I actually think it happens only against Chun and a few other characters, where Chun can walk under and be on the other side like this very easily. And I think that's why Rikimaru got hit there. Because he wasn't really expecting that. It's very rare for that to happen. People complain about KI footsies. Yeah, KI's buttons are actually quite whiff punishable by reaction. Or sorry, by comparison to most other games. They have decently slow, heavy buttons. It was Kokujin. This guy's a beast. But yeah, I know KI's. I think KI's footsies are quite interesting because the game is kind of Marvel-esque. You end up with situations where you see a lot of jumping and a lot of like good special moves and a lot of forward movement. But if you ever try to play footsies in that game, you'll actually find a lot of success because there's a lot of whiff punishable stuff in that game. The people who say lol KI footsies are basically people who've never played another fighting game in their life, I think. Either that or they're incredibly salty because they lost to some random dude. But don't be listening to these people and pretend that they have merit to their arguments just because they say something. You should look at the footage, right? We're watching footage of other fighting games. This is what happens in all these games. You can make your own judgments there, using evidence and experiential. You don't have to don't have to take people's word for it. You can do your own research. Right, so here's the other match, and this is the match. Even though that set was really good, I think the winner of KO family. This is a stacked team. Okay, KO, RX, and Yakun. These are the three best players of their characters. And then you got two Kens to back them up, and I'm sure these Kens are no slouches. And then you've got Tominaga, Machi, and Boss and Furo, and a Chun player in the back. So I don't know. I think the winner of this set wins the tournament, even though they have to beat Onuki's team. Because I think Onuki's team has Genki Alex, who's really good, but Alex is a weakness, and Kuni Ryu, who mopped up some players, but I think these are the weak links on their team. But of course it's first to one, right? So you can do what one good parry and a Denjin setup and you can win, right? They're all idiots or memers or both. You're definitely right about that. See, the problem is though, they're idiots or memers or both. But it's one thing to know in your heart that they're memers but not really have evidence against it. It's another to be like, okay, I know you're an idiot because I watched all these other fighting games and I've seen what they look like at high level, and I know from experience, I can prove to you with video evidence why you're an idiot. And internally, I think that makes quite a difference. You have to, if you're going to have an opinion on a fighting game, you should be able to back it up with like actual. You can't just meme your way to like some dumb phrase and pretend it means anything. But it's a lot of it, for people who watch a lot of fighting games, that makes a lot of sense and that's really easy to see. But for people who are new to the genre, it's actually kind of hard for them to come to grips with it, I think, because they don't have the experience of all these other games, right? So that's kind of why I enjoy talking about this stuff, is that you can actually just see what these old games are like. And it doesn't mean that they're bad or unhype. They're actually really exciting to watch. But, you have to come into the genre knowing what you're expecting. And then you can confront these other people with like, even if they won't listen to you, you can at least know in your heart what's actually true. Have you tried out Rising Thunder? I'm not a big Rising Thunder fan, actually. I didn't like the game all that much, but I'm glad that it's coming back. They're doing that, that fan server thing, so people can set up their own matchmaking. I think that's really rad of the team to do that.
Are you ready?
All right.
Go.
Well, so far this is an exciting match. We've got, okay, here we go. So this is match Goki, and this is, I think Kashi is the red Ken, so this is Hirai. Wow, wake up demon flip. Man, this song is rad, isn't it? This stage and this is one of the greatest fighting game songs ever. And I love this stage too. This is a perfect combination. Throw. Remember, Goki is really slippery. He's really hard to pin down in this game. He's got really strong offense. He just doesn't have the health to compete with the high damage super. Oh, he got him. Super. Oh, he tried to red parry. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure he can just reversal super this. He tried to red parry. Maybe he wanted more damage. He's dead though. Oh, that was a miss. Okay, he got lucky. He knows he got lucky. You see that real reel back there? Oh, he's like, yeah. Because if he gets that parried or blocked, he could die there really quick. Because remember, Goki is low health, and Ken was stocked on some supers. Let's turn this back on. Oh, missed the confirm Ken did. Those low strongs are always confirmable from Ken on hit, those things. You can link super, you don't have to cancel it. Look how annoying it is to pin Akuma down in this game. Oh, he got crouching too, but this is what I'm talking about. Ken's super doesn't even do that much damage, and look how much damage Goki takes from this sequence. So this is crouching, so it's a little extra. But this is ridiculous, right? Remember, Ken gets 3 of those. Got him. Okay, here's the knockdown setup. This is hard to block. He did the different setup. There's a setup there where you can go behind. Oh, what a whiff finish. See this? Oh, that was crazy good. Yeah, Ken always gets... Did you get him? No. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't parry that. Because I thought for sure that was pretty obvious. Also, what was I going to say? Yeah, Ken gets crazy set play after super here. Every super Ken hits always leaves him at the same range. And he always gets this mix-up where he dashes in, walks back, and then this mix-up can be either side, front. You can cross up, you can go on either side and go empty jump low. You can throw, or you can whiff something. He does here, he whiffs something and then stays in front. And this also beats wake up parry too, right? If he tries to parry that jumping attack. But I felt like this anti-air here was really obvious. And actually, probably the Ken player should have lost. So, both characters without super right now, so this is kind of a little honest. Wow, he Ken cornered himself? Why would he do that? He might lose here. Oh, okay. He's still not out of it yet. He's still got bad screen position. Okay. Seems to be about neutral now, but I'm not sure why he did that. Here's the setup. No, he still does that setup that doesn't corner, that doesn't side switch. Oh, wake up Tatsu. That's the one frame, right? So it's better than wake up jab. Oh, sure you can. Sure you can. Goki's one hit away from death. It doesn't look like it, but he is. Oh, okay, now he can quickly build the bar back. And Goki on one bar means Ken is dead. Oh, that was a big mistake. He must have meant to do EX Tatsu, right? But why would he corner himself again? He must have been trying to catch jumping... Because Akuma spent a lot of the time in the air, so he must have been trying to catch jumping Akuma here. This is kind of his Hail Mary, but he also just missed the Tatsu input. So, I don't know. My only guess is he meant... Well, obviously it was supposed to be EX Tatsu, but my guess is he tried to pick off a jumping Akuma. And that is hard to parry, EX Tatsu in the air. Even if you parry it, you often can't punish Ken, so it doesn't really... You know, the option select people do when they jump and parry at the same time doesn't really help you there. So who are they putting up here? This is Kashi, the red Ken. Take your jacket off, buddy. You had all day to sit in that chair. You could have taken your jacket off. Yeah, Red Ken looks really good in this game. Nice punish. So watch how often Akuma jumps, right? You can see why he might have tried to do Tatsu in the previous set. Ken wanted out of the corner. Oh, see, there's that spot where you parry a little forward and you do nothing sometimes. Because he cancels in the super there sometimes. Does Akuma. Nice punish. Even better punish, actually. Nice parry. He's dead, right? He's not dead, but DP super. Oh, he's gonna die because he has the bar. Oh, what a fake! He didn't even have to spend the super. This was definitely a fake. DP super, and he's gonna do air fireball super, right? This is the fake. Air fireball super is chip, so Ken has to wake up parry. And he fakes it. Fakes it and he saves the meter. That's really important. Man, that's super sick. That's really good game awareness. Even though it like might not have worked, it's going to work most of the time. Shoryuken? Oh, he tried Shoryuken. Must have crossed up his input. Both characters are just really looking to build some bar here. That's very common in Third Strike, is where you just build bar. And also, Akuma's forward, that thing is unthrowable. It's a glitch in this game, where some moves are randomly throw invincible, and this is one of them. So sometimes he'll do that when he expects a throw. Chudai Harojunrai. And he's gonna die to, what, chip? You know, I don't mind the DP there. It means he built some bar anyway. And that was not really gonna be a comeback, so it's okay. Oh, Forest Temple music in the background. Kuma with 2 bars he can do demon stuff. Demon mix up? No? No demons? I want to see a demon. Oh, that was a good block. You have to be scary of Kara Demon. It's really hard to avoid in this game. Oh, that's it! Oh man, I would have been holding up because you can tell he was trying to hold up too, or he was expecting a hold up because he does this block string. That's a hit confirm into super there. So if he holds up, he gets hit by that, and if he doesn't hold up, he puts himself at risk for Kara Demon. So this is he got away with it, but this is definitely Mach trying to protect or prevent him from getting away from Kara Demon. He still might get hit by it though. I want to see it. He's holding up, he doesn't want it. That's really scary. Hey, Goki just sitting on these 2 meters is really terrifying. Oh, okay. That was a really good jump. What did he throw EX Fireball for here? This isn't the freaking... You're not Ryu, and this isn't Street Fighter 4. That was a crazy jump. I don't think he predicted Fireball, he was just jumping because he wanted to try and mix up between dive kick and stuff. And sending KO up, so they lost both their Kens. This is where KO puts in work, right? Remember, if you haven't watched too much Third Strike, Yang is just a character that he's worse than Yun, but he's still pretty good. He picks a really long super that you probably will see the super 1 time every 10 games. It's a really uncommon super because it doesn't do much damage, but it gives him the most EX meter. And Yang has probably the most oppressive EX move in the game. In fact, they don't even call it... The move is called Torozan, and sometimes they'll call it EX Toro, but usually they just call it EX. The move is so ubiquitous that they just call it EX. They don't even call it by its regular name. But yeah, so you'll see a lot of EX Torozan from Yun, or from Yang, the slashes, and he can really put the hurt on Goki's low health bar with those EXs. So he doesn't have Gun Agent, but he does have good stun output. and these EX moves. And he gets access to them faster than an agent.
リードで中継リードしてるのは八王子ジャンプ攻撃で寄せつけない
Well, maybe we won't see them at all.
垂直ジャン
Jeez,
プ強パン
that
チ
was
で
a
決
beatdown.
マッチ号機が1ラウンド選手前方対中継
But KO has a lot of meter to work with here.
リードリードだけ投げていく膝を打ち込む投げていく投げ始め
Like I was saying, there it is. Okay,
堂々と押し返す KO
got him. Oh, he tried.
大足
He tried to really create a punish there. Didn't work.
中盤足
And is he just gonna get blown out? All the type I did for his Yang?
バンクを飛び込んで EX ソロ押し込んでいく
Yeah, you can't really punish. So he's free to throw it out after cancels pretty easily.
投げを抜けた KO が追いかけるタイマー
Oh, he's gonna parry? No, he's not. Did he attack in the air? If you attack, he can't parry. No, he didn't attack, he just couldn't parry it.
波動メッサット波動ね
Wow, they really sent KO a message there. What song is this? Okay, we also have Sky High coming up next, which is a really awesome song.
前方マッチ号機が3人抜き KO はめに残すは
Alright, so who's this? We got, this is RX.
ここで出てきたのは
Big smiling RX. If you want to know what 15 years of pain and practicing charge partitioning looks like, that's the guy
前
right there.
方マッチ号機対副将 R ツイリアン
Okay, well, he's going to have to do something about this. I think this is a tough match for Urin.
リフルスマッシュ
Heavy Tatsu does a number on Urin,
画面端に追い詰めたのはマッチ号機
and he actually doesn't get a ton of really good Aegis setups on Akuma because he can teleport out of them. So he has to be a bit more creative with his Aegis setups. He can't just kind of rinse and repeat them. There's
バ
one.
ッチ食べ分でコースタックルから上からコンボを押し込んでいく一気に体力でロートでコースタックル
And I love that. These combos are really hard.
脱出食べ分でコー
This
スタックル
combo's super hard to do.
一気に体力でロートで
Were there A's in the background? I missed the A's. Did the crowd say AA?
脱出食べ分でコースタックルから上からコンボを押し込んでいく
I think they were there, just kind of also cheering.
コースタックル RX が脱出出番から一気に行くんだ大難度
The classic Gutex versus JR Rodriguez.
攻撃
Yeah, this is maybe a little different. Although I think this is JR Rodriguez's color, right? This isn't Gutex's color. He picked the blue guy. Oh, see it beat the throw there? Forward beam, overhead beat the throw. Got him. EX tackle. Oh, he tried stand strong into headbutt. He tried stand strong EX headbutt here. So he tried a standing move into down up charge. So he just missed the down up charge.
中盤反撃を決めて竜巻ヘッドを置いて
There's the good hit confirm, and this hits crouching all the way. Watch the damage. This is crouching damage.
ヘッドを置いて膝からメッパー
That's crouching damage. But Urian is going to have 2 bars in the final round.
飛んでいく
He's going to spend one here. Okay. Can you do anything with this? Nah, see, that's the danger of it, yeah. That's why it's not super useful to use Aegis on Urian or on Akuma unless you have a guaranteed
ジ
setup.
ャンプ攻撃気合いとした場面
Alright, RX, let's go,
距離を
bud.
取るマッチ攻撃
You got this, right? There's
中
nice
段ガード
block.
している
Okay. See, this is again protection against not super here, but heavy Tatsu.
距離を取るマッチ
He
攻撃
parries low forward,
中段ガード
and
し
it's
ている
very common against characters that can't crouch heavy Tatsu to just cancel into it. So here he parries it, and he's trying to parry. He had in his mind that he was going to parry heavy
ダ
Tatsu.
ッシュに対して垂直ジャンプからコンボを決める波動で離す
How can he approach this runaway? Well, there's one way. He's going to tackle headbutt. Or tackle Aegis, yes. Okay, what do you got? Overhead again, nice block. But that's it. He has to win this round legit. Wow, walk up low forward. So he spent his load, right? This jumping was the turning point. But he has 2 meters here. He spends one of them. His screen doesn't do a whole lot. But he wants to put him in the corner, and that's where he gets in here. Can't really teleport in this spot. But he blocked it out, which is smart. And then this walk up low forward is really good. Alright, so it's not a runaway. RX gets his team on the board here.
テンポマッチ動きを読みます。そして地方で出てくるのはK準備。副将 RX エリアに対するは地方K準備です。
So they're putting K-Chun up next. See if they can eliminate this threat. This match sucks for Urian. Even though he gets better juggles on Chun, it's just he cannot get in. Let's see how he handles it. That was one way. Street Fighter 5. Nice tech. That was a frustration car throw from Yun, or from Chun here. He missed his first car throw. Watch here. That was supposed to be car throw that he was supposed to connect with, so he's like, okay, I'll try it again. So, smart tech. Good game awareness from RX. See, RX is trying to avoid low forward, and he's doing it by jumping a lot. And using his really good jump roundhouse, but it's not really that effective. Oh, he got him. He's gonna push him to the corner. That's a good way to get out of some setups. And he drops super. This is going to cost Chun, right? This is the super confirm that he missed. He can lose. Oh, wow, he got away with it. But not only did he get away with it with the round win, he got away with saving 2 meters. So this is really bad. I don't know how you deal with this. Oh, there's another miss confirmed. But it doesn't matter because he still has 2 supers. Yeah, he has to burn 1 here to get in. Did he get it? Yes, he got it. Oh, he kind of got it. So this is an unblockable setup. Well, so Chun intentionally jumps into this Aegis here. He didn't want to get pushed to the corner, so he intentionally jumps into it. But RX sees this and knows this is hard knockdown, so he puts super on top of him and then tries to do the unblockable, but it doesn't. Chun's fat hitbox did something funky there. But now he has no meter, he's just gonna die. Wow, he low profiled the jump roundhouse with that move. Is this fair? I think we have to just listen to some Daytona music in the background to remind ourselves of some blue skies. These are not blue skies here, I'm afraid. These are words to live by in many ways, guys. But yeah, this is a tough draw for our pal RX here. Why is that unblockable? Because projectiles have directionality in this game. You have to block them in the direction they were thrown, not the direction away from the point character. So if you throw a projectile and cross the other guy up and hit him on the backside at the same time, it's unblockable. It's the main reason why Urian is playable in this game is because of that projectile. He can loop Aegis setups on you and kill you with unblockables. There are ways out, but it's really tough. You have to parry a bunch of directions and stuff. Alright, Yun's in there, right? This is their last chance. He has to beat the whole team. Who's this? This is Yakun. He has to beat 4 players. Okay, here's a good start. He didn't get the combo, but yeah, that's 2 hits and super. Okay, so he starts round 2 with no Ganajin, but Chun is almost at Armageddon. So he's almost assuredly going to lose this round, is Yun. Unless, well, that's that weird. So EX Spinning Bird in this game does weird stuff to characters. This crosses up, and it's actually marginally, I think it's like randomly unblockable. So this hits, see, he blocks it that way, and then he still gets hit. So I think it's like actually unblockable, and sometimes like this hitbox changes, like it'll be here, then here, then here, then here. And I think it changes how you have to block it. There are setups on some characters I've seen. I think Necro gets hit by it really badly. So Chun will do super and then air reset. That was pretty cool. Chun will do super on Necro and then air reset with this unblockable thing. Nice parry though. Chun could have kept it going by mashing the kicks, but he wasn't looking for parry there. Oh no, confirm from Yakun, and he's gonna die. Can Chun kill without spending super? Okay, he spends an EX, which is alright. Yeah, see, he doesn't even want to spend Ganajin, because he knows it's not enough to kill. He'd rather just try and kill her, and then, oh well, not by that. Can't parry? You can parry, you can try. It's really, really, really hard. It just doesn't work most of the time. Because he can unblockable you with multiple different moves with different startup and different angles, high and low. And then you can do it 3 or 4 times in a row. So if you're trying to parry your way out, you have to parry the Aegis on top of Urian's moves 3 or 4 times straight. And then maybe you'll get out and maybe you'll still get hit. So I mean, you'll have to try, but you get it 1 out of 100 maybe? Did he get him? No, he didn't get him, but he gets a setup and corner. Okay, back to the corner with you. Okay, back to half Ganajin. I'm surprised no super from Chun. He needs to get out of that corner. And that was definitely, whenever you see Chun do roundhouse high jump cancel, that is supposed to be super. Didn't come out. Oh, I can't believe he survived. Okay, Chun's running away. He survived most of the Ganajin, but not the end. The end is so important because he builds back all that meter. If he survived that last hit, it would have been fine. Oh, he did that to beat. Chun woke up with this, with forward roundhouse. Look at this interaction. Look at that craziness. Oh, he did empty jump and no super cancel. But Chun has 2 meters, so he can win. Did he super? He didn't super. Oh, he didn't get him. No, it's over. What happened here? I want to watch this again. Chun missed another confirm earlier in the sequence. This one, oh, he was in the air, so I guess it was a good non-confirm. I thought it was a missed confirm. And he's trying to avoid getting chipped out here, but it's super hard. Yeah. He tried to whiff punish the landing frames with dive kick with low jab, but he hit him out of the air, so it was like an air reset. Alright, so Yakun got 1 down, but he still has to beat Boss, Tominaga, and Furo, and this is Furo, I'm pretty sure. So this match, I don't know, this is an interesting match. It's kind of just a lot of dive kicking, a lot of jumping, and a lot of trying to survive this right here. Nope. Yang specific combo, nice. You see how that's different from the other ones, right? The other Ganajin finishers involve doing shoulder, back fierce, then lunge. This involves something into meaty lunge. You see that there? See this meaty lunge? Shoulder, low strong Nishikaku. That's like certain hitboxes get hit by that more readily.
さあ中キックとローザン
And you would prefer to do the other setup because it does more damage, but it doesn't work on every hitbox.
取って中盤中トロ
Oh, tried EX. Wasted 2 EXs, so nice out of meter, and Yun's on a Ganasian, and this is over.
端からゲージで
Back up,
押し返す
run away. Still got him, okay, but whoa, fierce in the face.
ヤックが
So he survived the Ganasian, right? And he landed Zen Potential in the command grab before, like right at his meter ended up, so he couldn't combo with the Ganasian follow-up.
大パン出されて
But just as good for him, he builds more meter.
1ラウンド
And now he's starting the round with full meter almost, right? Yeah, 60%, 70%.
上げていく
Throw, this is bad.
くぐっている
Holding up,
くぐっ
right?
て中継から選球台5番で落としてヤック東証台
Nice challenge.
中盤から鉄暗号からゲージで玉を押し返す
Keeper gen setup,
少し刻んでいく
just command grab, but it's okay, not that much damage.
打開で
Oh, he tried Lund. That's a cool combo, right? Again, this works on only a few characters.
玉を押し返す
This is what's hard about playing Yun. You have to know all the character-specific setups, and you have to know when they get hit by a Ganasian, what you do. So your Ganasian starter changes, how you juggle them, their hitbox changes, how you juggle them, how much time you have left on Ganasian changes. So this is like a freestyle combo, really. When he does the Zen Potention, he sees how much this music is a little it's interrupting my flow here. But yeah, he doesn't have this much time. He doesn't have much time, so he has to figure out what can he hit with so that he launches the opponent while his Ganasian's active. So he picks up kicks again, and then this kind of funky juggle. Oops, that was a mistake. Cool. And that's it. It was lots of fun. Oh, good parry. Wow, he parried the overhead. It has to be a delayed parry because this is a delayed attack. So he's not just parrying forward and randomly got it. He was parrying delayed on purpose. This is a very intentional parry. Either on reaction, which would be amazing, but I think more just prediction.
変化で中キックでフロナ取り返すファイナルラウンド
Do you feel like frame data matters on Third Strike as much as every other fighting game? Yes and no. You only need to know a couple moves. There are a couple moves that are really important to know the frame data for, but most of them you can sort of just play by feel. I think you can play by feel more in this game than most games. You don't need to know like the frame data. Like in Street Fighter V, you need to know the frame data for everybody's low jab. You need to know the frame data. That was a mistake. That was interesting. That was a really weird sequence. So you block the up kicks, and then punish something weird, and then tried to scramble but got parried. Yeah, like in Street Fighter V, you have to know the frame data for more or less every move in the game if you want to play even like remotely at an intermediate level. And particularly, you have to know everybody's low jab, or you know if they have a 3-framer or not. Basically, you need to know, you know, important frames on like V trigger canceling. So which things are. Wow, that was really risky. Why would he do this? Yeah, I guess he felt like he had to do that to win. Certainly didn't need to do that. Boss is left and Tominaga is left in the corner there. This smiling guy. But yeah, in Third Strike you don't need to know too much about that. You need to know because most people just press a couple buttons. And most supers are unsafe, so you kind of just know that you punish with super yourself, and then that's kind of it. Yeah, if your character really sucks, then you need to know your frame data. You have to know that, oh, all my moves are unsafe on hit. That's a bad thing. If your character sucks, you need to know that. But if you pick a good character, then you need to know that, okay, here are my pretty good moves. These will do a lot of stuff that's fine. And I can use these moves as long as Chun doesn't have super. And that's kind of the limit, I think. Unless you want to play at like the highest of all levels. Oh, he tried Keeper Gen. Keeper Gen harder on Yun with the smaller hitbox. Oh, he finally kind of gives it up. Okay. There's that meaty lunge again. Works on the twins.
1ラウンド選手決勝進出リーチです。オープンストライクしますでしょう。モンテフリップ EX ジャンプ。This
isn't Yakun's normal color. Did Boss take his color from him? I think he did. He's dead, right? Nope. He survives somehow, but he's dead for sure now, right? He can activate, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. He dropped it. Yeah, I don't think it really matters that much. Alright, KO family out. Didn't even need to see Tominaga. What is this? Grandia 3 battle thing? A little too cheery, right? This is serious business, fighting games. You can't be happy. What's something that's not happy? How about Shadow Hearts 2 Covenant of Fate? That sounds something very depressing. Yeah, we'll go with this.
超昔にボスがヤンの頃前方転身やってリープ越し EXS 道路っていう超懐かしい連携なんですけどガメリねそうそうガメリそうそれをヤックがボスにやったという
Yeah, like in KI, for example, I think you have to know a decent amount of frame data to play KI at an intermediate level. At the beginner level, you can do fine without it, but you know, if you're playing a character like Rom, who really uses frames well, like he gets, you know, it helps to know which moves are punishable by the shadow grab, for instance, because he gets punished as other characters don't. So, you know, that's a pretty useful thing to know to maximize the character's strengths. But, you know, if you're playing Jago, for example, you probably don't really need to know too much about frame data, other than I'm plus most of the time, and medium wind kick is -6. And after that, you're probably alright. Alright, so this is the final. So this is going to take a while to set up because these guys are slow. I have to do some annoying setup, and then I'm going to skip ahead. There's Tominaga sitting there thinking to himself, I'm going to kill these guys.
はい、決勝戦いよいよ来ましたね。はい、今日10時。
And here's Matsuda, who's like the
さあ、
guru of old
キャ
games
ラ
in
戦とな
Japan.
った決勝戦。
He runs all the Cooperation Cup stuff and also does tournaments for other older games
さあ、
like
どう考
Kabukido
えても
and
両チームかなりの強さなんで、総
This
力
is his
戦
voice
になる
speaking.
こと
He
が
always does the grand final
予
commentary.
想されます。さあ、紫色が、トクラ、次が赤い方ですね。ブロヤンとなっております。
Tokura Young,
さあ、
who's
前
the
方
purple one,
転身
and Furo, who's the white and red one.
This
is probably, you know, both these characters love to jump and they love to spend that meter and press low forward, so you'll be seeing a lot of that here. Yeah, wake up low forward, EX throws on. Stand short was buffered in the throws on there. Overhead. Big wakes up. There's the overhead. Okay, I wasn't that wrong. I got him. What was this? This is so unsafe. What a bet. What is he doing? Well, he knows what he's doing, I guess, but man.
気持ちが入ってますトクラ。さあ大会ならではといったところでしょう。それだけこの一勝にどうしても勝ちたいという気持ちが入っていると思われます。
Nice frame trap, stand strong. Again, remember I was saying about hitting stand strong a lot on these setups. You see he hits him crouching. He's trying to low parry, right? This is really common in third strike. Low parry is very good. So especially off of these air reset situations, low short, what do you pressure with in most situations? A low jab or a low short. Sometimes you'll press low forward. Those are all low parry. So if you mix it up with a standing normal, you hit him, and then you get him crouching too, so you get the bonus damage. At third strike, it really pays to think about which of your moves are low parryable and which ones aren't. Because when you get beaten by parry, you have to think of ways around it, and it usually involves moves that do not, because you can't parry high and low at the same time. Okay? So you have to pick. In some situations, you have to pick.
投げていく。体力は若干フロ優勢。EX トロさん。テンポ転身に行くが。両者しっかりガードしてい
He's
る。
dead, right? Yeah, he chooses to spend the meter, which I think is the right choice.
さあ、フロ取り返して11。 大事な先鋒戦
See, this is the type of music we need for this
大
type
キ
of
ャラ
match.
対決からスタート
Very serious. Somebody shouting at
プ
the
ロ
top
は
of their
仕
lungs.
掛けてきたが逆にトキラがターゲット
A reminder that the world is dark and dreary.
EX トーラ
No
さ
fun
ん
allowed.
怖怖 EX これは繋がっていない
Both
か
these teams have a chun on them.
フォローしていく
Don't forget. Palm.
お
What?
っとコマンドミスしてしま
What?
っ
What did he try to do there? He tried to style with some.
おっと
I don't know
コ
what
マンド
he
ミ
tried to do
スして
there.
しまったが体
I
力
hope
が
he
大き
loses.
くリー
Oh,
ド
he could lose.
さあ分かりませんよミス
He
か
could
ら
lose. So he's stressed out.
これは
Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh, he almost got him.
危なかったですね
Abnakata. Oh my goodness, can you imagine this guy going? He's lucky he lives in Japan. If I lost to him after that, I wouldn't be. The thumbs up. You see this thumb? Straight to the sky. These guys, look at this guy right here. He's not happy about this thumb. Let's see if he remains unhappy. Or he's still. Oh, he looked the. Oh my goodness. Tominaga's like, put me up next, bro. I got you.
いや運も良かったです
Man, we need Seijam to do an analysis of this thumbs up. Where's Seijam? We need him to break this down for us. I want to break down of this thumb. I want to break down of this guy's face, and I want to break down of what Tominaga right here is doing.
いや運も良かったですねさあ地方
And even broke up their discussion about who they were going to send up next. He's like, yeah, get back onto your side of the machine, buddy.
さあ早速ですけど先ほど大活躍の富永
Yeah, Tominaga. He's like, all right. Let me show you what this thumbs up mean when I command grab you in the corner for your entire life. So, in case you don't know, Makoto kills you if she ever command grabs you with her back to the corner. So she's in the corner, or she's on her half of the screen rather. It doesn't have to be corner. And she is a super, you are instantly dead. And only because this guy has good execution. It's a really hard combo to do, but he has a 100% stun combo on most characters. Definitely on the twins, Yan and Yang. So you watch out for that.
先方徳永対地方富永見ていきましょう
So you're fighting, you're like, all right, I've got this kind of settled. Okay, he may even be just dead right here.
大ファン EX チェスト
But you can never. This is super scary. Whenever Makoto's back to the screen, he doesn't have super right now. But this is watch out territory. Doesn't matter if you have full health but no stun. This is 100% death zone.
中継からトーロザ3つ
All right, juggle with Torozan. So if Yang lands this launcher, this thing, he gets various types of juggles on different characters. Some characters he can do multiple Torozan.
トーロザ3つ
Here he just does the one sequence, but on some characters he gets multiple loops. It's kind of cool to watch actually.
さあ EX スルギさあこの中継大ピート
He's just looks like Tominaga has this round one, right?
中央での読み合いさあ画面端下がっていくのは富
Yeah,
永
he's got this round one now for sure. And he's got the 1 meter. So,
最後は壊し
you can never really press your advantage against this character. Every time you think you can press your advantage, she kills you. And notice how she's always staying on her half of the screen? This is what a smart Makoto player does with 1 meter.
1つ
He's like, alright, you want to engage? You have to engage, risking your entire life to do it. Come get me if you want. Give it a try.
出し
See how it
EX
works for you.
パス当たり
Go
だった
ahead.
が
Come over here.
一旦中央に戻して中継
Okay,
大 P
try to come over here now. I'm not going to cross this line unless I can do it on my turn. The line for where Makoto can do it is if you draw a line right through the middle of the timer here. So as long as her entire hitbox is on this side of the timer, you're okay. Watch out!
おーっと
Man, that's so risky. Every time you do this type of stuff, she just grabs you with her command grab. So this is like risky in half right there.
攻防口キャンセルから
Oh no! Drop
前
combo.
方転身
Oh, that was it.
から
Hear the crowd gasp?
前方転身
You hear that? That's the crowd knowing the stakes. We have to stop Blaster Master for a second. Listen to this.
前方転身
The crowd's like, alright, you got out of there, but watch
こ
out.
こから緊張してるのか
Oh, that's a Karaku. That's a
ここから緊
Karaku.
張してるのか
This thing here. So
EX
he woke up with something that beats the meaty, but he could have lost there.
ターゲットで押し込んでいく
It doesn't matter that you can win this round, but he's still one hit away from dying.
常に置いておく技を置いて
It has to be the right hit, but he's one hit away.
リードを守りたい
And he's gonna make sure he gets his maximum number of shots at it.
EX 下ろし
In many ways, Makoto having you in the corner is less scary.
富永がラッシュが続く
Okay, well, he won like 6 mix-ups there,
リードを守りた
but
い
he had to work for it harder than he would have if he was in the other situation.
EX 下ろし EX 下ろし富永がラッシュが続く
That's a low then overhead. It's really hard to block, and it screws up parrying if you want to try and parry it. So yeah, he got away with it. He didn't have to do the deadly combo, but
さあ地方対決
the fact that it exists basically means that he can
この
never.
男ミスター電人波動拳
Every other opponent has to really risk death to even approach you. Mr. Genjin Hadouken, they called him.
Well, I got the picture.
さあ地方対決
Fighting ready. Engage.
スタートしました壊しチラシ
Alright, so we're back in here.
波動8中キックで追い払っていく8中で
Makoto is just building his bar. Oh, there it is,
さあ
okay.
5番から掴みに行く
So
の
again, these players know that Makoto gets all that stuff, so they're holding out, right? They just don't want to get grabbed at all costs. They'll take other mix-ups because the risk is just too great otherwise.
さあ牽制合戦が続く
Is there a list of non-charge characters for Third
さ
Strike?
あ EX
There aren't that many charge characters. It's Urian and Remy, and that might be everyone. I can't think of another charge character. I can't think of another one, but I think there's only like 2 or 3.
に対しては波動拳さあすかさ
And
ずバッ
Oro,
クステ
yeah.
ップ
Oro and Q,
し
you're
ゃが
right.
み
So
つい
there's
て
4.
ストップしていくブロッキングからしゃがみ大パンチ
That was grab.
さあ
It's not the
唐草が
deadly
決まっ
one,
て大パン
but
EX チェスト
it's still damage.
下風呂から
Oh no. Oh no again. Boy, you can tell they're really feeling the pressure of this
さあ
this
ナイ
grand
スフォロ
stage
ーで
here.
した1ラウンド目は
There's
ク
a
ニ
bunch of big whiffs from both players
ラウンド
there.
2
Nice parry.
さあ前半ブロッキング
Get
から
out of
外
there.
足
Yeah. Don't be on half the screen.
ゲラン波動拳
There it is. Well, he's not even gonna have to spend super here. Wow, he could have spent super, but he should have spent EX at least. I wonder what this was.
勝利
Why
さあ
did
こ
he
の
not
位置
kill?
は下風呂
Is he gonna lose
か
because
そ
of
して
it? He
天
is.
神波動拳
Oh, what a parry. That's really hard to do. And he's gonna lose because he didn't spend super. And he didn't have to spend super, but he could have spent 1 EX. Wow. Man, he's as happy as can be. Is he gonna give the counter thumbs up to the other team? What did he do here? Empty jump parry into...
この読み合い
Man. Oh yeah, you're right. Alex is also a charge character.
さあファイナルラウンド
Yeah, so there's more than I
唐
remember.
草さあ中央になんとか戻していく国
See, in what other game do you do this, right? In what other game would you back throw someone into the corner and leave them alone, like run away?
中央
That's
に
crazy,
なんとか
right?
戻していく国背後を背負わされると
The risk
バブ
is
ルの
just
餌
like
食
you
となり
really
ます
can never, ever be on her half of the
次
screen.
から竜巻
Oh, you almost got it.
ダッシュから草
I think he tried it there. Yeah, see, that's his way of trying to prevent people from jumping away from Karakusa. Stand strong and then something like that. He wants to try and stop them jumping.
さあ1段足りなかったあパンチがちょっと足りなかったが
Parry? Oh.
1段足りなか
So,
ったなんとか逃げ
here's the
切った
mix-up, right?
天神波動拳
So, for some reason this Denjin hits him. I'm not sure why. Not sure what he was trying to do
さあ
here.
なんとか逃げ切った天神波動拳
He just, I don't know. He could have just jumped.
さあ
But anyway, because of that, he's like one hit away from stun, right? So, this is the entire game. If he gets grabbed on her half of the screen, he dies. If he hits her one time with anything decently chunky, he dies. Because she gets stunned and then dead. So like, but he has to approach her on her half of the screen to do it. So they're playing this really dangerous game
1
here.
段足りなかったあ
Like, okay, you want your stun? This is where you're gonna have to fight me for it.
パンチがちょっと足りな
And they're fighting. He's trying to land anything that can stun. And this is where I was pretty sure she was gonna do parry into grab.
パンチがちょっと足
Parry
りな
this
かった
jump
が
in, and then command grab. And he didn't attack because he knew the mix up there.
さあダッシュナイ取って大パン
Okay, Makoto's gonna have to give up on the plan.
さあどうなる
Nice
勝
block.
っている
There's that
国
low then high, right? This is a good block.
さあどうなる
Low high.
勝っている国
Dead. Yeah, you got him.
あーこれはお見事
That looks silly, but that's what happens. This is what Denjin looks like when you win the mix-up.
さあどうなる
It looks silly, but
勝っている
that's how it looks. He's trying to parry,
お
right?
見事
He parried early. He parried early like he parried the Denjin the first time. And instead he just gets blasted in the face with it.
よく立ちました
Your return, warrior.
Alright, moving on. Back to Kei-Chun.
さんのThis
This is a very difficult match for Ryu. He really doesn't have anything to fight with Chun here. Very weak low moves. And a lot of Ryu's stuff doesn't work on Chun's hitbox, except Denjin. So his only option is to just run away and build Denjin and hope to not die to super. But this is already a bad spot, right? Chun has 1.5 meters. Ryu doesn't even have Denjin yet. He's already losing the life bar.
放翼戦
Okay, there's a parry, but you can see he can't do anything with this. This low forward means nothing, because he can't Tatsu, he can't do donkey kick. There's nothing he can do here that hits the Chun hitbox. So you just low forward into nothing, and for what? Chun's gonna have another bar at the start of round 2, right? What are you left with though? He's just
さあ
guessing.
勝負に出ました EX ソフト
Guessing something. Well, there's something. Overhead? Ah, car throw so good.
さあ国もう一つ出ました EX
Notice
ソ
how
フト
nobody in the crowd cheered at all. Also notice how Ryu did regular or donkey kick directly here, and not a normal into it. It's because if he does a normal into it, it doesn't work. Nobody's happy about this.
さあ国もう一人
The crowd is just silent.
仕掛けに行きました
Nobody
ね
wants Chun to win.
さあラウンド2
Go for it.
お大 PA 大 PA
Die P. Okay, there's the parry. Caught him standing, so it did work that time. Got him. Dead. Nice. And got the Denjin back. That's the most important
ファイ
thing.
ナルラウンド
Final round. Now.
オッケーさあ
Do I mean like it lifts? Yeah. Chun's crouching hitbox does not get hit by a lot of stuff in this game. So like a lot of like combos on Chun that's crouching just doesn't work.
読み合っていると思われますが
Oh, what a
さあ
move.
おーっと
Wow! That was crazy. You see this? Active frames on forward overhead. Stuff super. I'm surprised he was even ready to do that follow-up thing.
さあ両者読み合いのちょっと先
Tatsu? He just did Tatsu. He didn't want to be in the corner. He's like, alright, whatever.
さあ両者読み合いのちょっと
He's not
先
gonna
を
Denjin.
行って
He
い
doesn't have
た
time, yeah. But he's, I don't know.
大足
Where can he land his Denjin? Where can he pin down the Chun? Low forward? Sweep? No, he's trying to sweep. Now he has super, so he can't sweep anymore.
Sa, どうなる?
That's such a brutal spot, dude. What can you do?
どうなる
His one chance was landing sweep to get an engine. You see him fishing for sweep here? There's one sweep. And as soon as he has meter, he can no longer sweep. Unsafe on block to super, and whiff punishable by super.
さあどうなる
So he's like, I have to just... And then he just gets frame trapped here.
さあでも頑張りました国
Good
なんと
character.
か最後ハード中堅ですね
Who are they sending up to beat
3
Chun?
人目中堅は翔
Sending up Shoyun. They want to save Genki Alex because if they send Alex up now, it's just a slaughter in most situations. I guess they want to save him for a different character that he can maybe do okay against, like Yun, or not Yun, like Alex or Akuma.
さ
I
あ
don't
フロ
know.
富永ときて
They have to find a spot to put him.
そしてこちらは
That's the weakness of having someone like Alex on your team.
僕ら国ときて
Usually you either put him first and just hope he can do okay against the other team's starting player. Keeper Jin?
さあ現在最も
Yes,
やり込ん
Keeper
でいる
Jin.
使い大ファン
That's
ル
so
ープ
good.
さあ現在最もや
Oh,
り
look
込ん
at
で
that damage, boy. Look at the damage.
さあ現在最もやり込んでいるユン使い
Pretty
大
sick.
ファンル
This
ー
combo is
プ
very, very difficult.
さあ現在最もやり込んでいるユン使い大ファンループ
They call it Daipun Loop, but Americans call it Keeper Jin
ダメージが高すぎます
because there's a Yun player named Keeper who does it.
All right, that's cool. Fighters ready. Engage.
自信はあると言っていたショー力の入ったプレーで見せてくれますさあ一気に画面端 中足
Go
でしょ
forward. Okay, he's got Ganage now.
ゲンキックガードしてゲンエンジン発動
Got him though, yeah. That was really smart. This has to be
ゲンキック
input.
ガードしてゲン足
Okay,
でしょ
so let me tell you a little bit about this, right? So sometimes you can, well, Chun, there are a few characters that can super. Remember, I told you that Ganajin has a recovery. You cannot block after you activate Ganajin for a short time, and Chun's super is instantly across the screen. So Chun can super Ganajin activation, quote unquote, on reaction, but there has to be a setup for it because I told you that super freeze does not take your inputs, so you cannot just see it and then do super and then drum your punches or your kicks after the super freeze. That would work in Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5, that sort of stuff. That does not work in Third Strike because anything you input during the freeze is swallowed by the game engine entirely. It doesn't even register. So what is actually happening here is Chun is pumping double quarter circle forward before the activation starts, so that input is stored in the engine. And then as soon as he sees super, he's able to drum kicks after the freeze and get him. Okay? But you have to have that double quarter circle input into the engine before the super freeze. So watch again.
さあ一気に画面端
So that's why you see sometimes Yun will get away with it, is because the Chun was not pumping before the freeze. The Chun has to be very aware of it.
中足でしょゲンキックガードして
You
ゲン
see
エ
it
ンジン
there?
発動
He did it twice.
大抑制
See it there? Watch again. Watch Chun. Watch Chun pump double quarter circle.
ゲンキック
One.
ガードして
There it is. Right there. That was a double quarter circle. And now he sees it. The game has stored it, so he can
ゲ
just
ン
do
エンジ
it.
ン発動大抑制さあこれはKチュンリーお見事ですね
That was interesting. Oh, that's an interesting way to run out Canadian time. You see that?
K チュ
I've
ンリ
never
ー
seen
ガー
that
ドして
before.
ゲンエンジン発動大抑制
He just does
さあこれは
backup,
K チュ
throw
ンリーお見
thing
事で
as
す
meaty,
ね
and then run away. And Canadian for sure.
一
It's
旦
done.
ゲンエンジンゲージ
Interesting.
がなくなるま
That's
で
kind of cool.
距離を取ってブロッキングすべて抜けている K チュンリ
Nice.
ー
Is that Canadian
さあ
not
ショ
on
ート
deck
ラッシュ
yet?
も続くが
Run away.
一旦ゲージを貯め
Okay,
て
now for sure he gets it.
さあゲンエンジン
I tried to grab. Yeah.
しっかりとゲランで埋めていく
Man, you see how hard this is. This move is so hard to deal with, even as Chun.
しっかりとゲランで埋めていくショーが勝ちましたさ
It's more
あ
damage than the Maeda Jin.
副賞で
I
登
actually
場
don't
す
know
る
what the
のは
Maeda Jin is,
We await your
but
マ
probably
ッチ
welcome to the world.
現役バリ的
so
な
much.
プレイヤ
I
ーで
think
もあります
I think this is where they send Alex out.
副賞
If
で登場
for somehow they lose show here, I think they send Alex out.
Now,
さあ招待マッチ
This is the best. I think this is the best chance Alex has to
中
win.
堅副賞戦です
Oh, that was sick. He's seen the situation a bunch of times
中堅
apparently.
副賞戦です
That was crazy
め
cool.
くりを取っていく。さあショーエンジンかかってきた。
Oh, he's dead. Is he gonna die? Oh, he dropped it. I don't think he would have died anyway.
中足でしょう。
But it's worse that he didn't die there,
中
because now he
継
gets
でしょ
Canadian
う。
again.
読んでいたと。
In many ways, it's worse that he didn't die earlier, because now look at
優
Ian's
勝に
meter.
こだわ
Right?
っていったショー。
Oh, the hitboxes. Oh, he tried to keep it
し
in.
ませんでしたが。
Even if you drop it, it's
エ
fine.
ンジン中のガードが硬い。
Bunch of drops here.
さあすかさずフォローしていく。足が先空で一旦距離を取って両者ブロッキングを入れているが残空。さあブロブロ。電エンジン発動していく。
Do you think a lot of the issues with Chun's hitbox are intentional or things they didn't test? Oh, they're 100% unintentional.
さあ
Yeah,
副将
Chun
マ
is
ッ
a
チを
very
沈め
poorly
ていく。
tested character. She whiffs under like everything.
Z 選手リーチです。
There are a lot of games that have hitbox problems. There are a lot, or sorry, hitbox problems. There are a lot of games that force you to vary your combo based on hitbox, like Guilty Gear does a lot, for example. You have to know juggles against, you know, Soul versus Faust is very different, that sort of thing. Third Strike and Street Fighter 4 have the most vastly, or do that to most characters by far out of any fighting game I've ever known. These games have tons of very specific wonky hitbox interaction that you just have to know to even play. It's very common in both those games.
さあす
And
べてを
none of it is
任され
intentional.
た
0%,
大将
100%.
57プラス54世代大将ボス。
There's no reason for it to work the way it does. They're just very, you know, the hitboxes are the way they are, and they ship the game that way, and that's just how it is. Yeah, Chun is new to Third Strike. She wasn't in the old Street Fighter 3s.
さあボス大将
But also, Second Impact had similar problems, just with different characters.
行ってみましょう。
Because Chun isn't the only broken
さあ
hitbox
赤い
character in
方
this
が
game.
小で青い方がボスです。モンキーフリップ決断こう。
It's just, I don't know, it's just really common of Capcom games to have this problem.
さあボス
It
の
was kind of marginalized in
ここが続きま
in
す
Street Fighter 5, and also in Cross Tekken. Actually, they kind of standardized the hitboxes,
決断
but it was a
こう
fairly
で
new
まずは大将らし
thing
く
for them.
貫禄を見せつけていく
all the way up to
ボス
even AE 2012 and Ultra Street Fighter 4. They have hitbox problems, and Ultra Street Fighter 4 is the worst of the bunch. That took a game with bad hitbox problems to double the engine. What happens here? Somebody's just gonna swing until someone gets hit. Yeah. But yeah, Ultra Street Fighter 4 took a game that had bad hitbox problems and made them worse. So,
相模中盤
it's just a commonality of
中足
fighting
でしょ
games.
負けてないボス
Capcom fighting games to have
投げ
bad
も抜け
hitboxes.
てさあ小さらに発動していく
Well, that was a really good confirm. Even better follow-up. Wow, that was the maximum possible.
投
Not
げも
only
抜
did
け
he
て
confirm this
さあ小さら
properly,
に発動していく
wow, that Kara forward there, or forward fierce, followed up with the maximum Ganajin juggle. These guys have been playing Ganajin for
さあ
a
危
while
な
now.
げなく小ファイナルラウンドさあボス開幕発動していくさあ下段から前方転進二小脚旋風脚
He tried the meaty there. Remember that meaty lunge we were talking about? He tried it there, it just didn't work. He didn't get the... It was after
さ
Ganajin
あ
had
目押し
expired.
うまい
Oh, what a parry. Yeah, get away. Another good parry. Tried to punish there, it didn't
レ
work.
ベルが高すぎますが
Wow.
そして
He turned the
試合は
situation
チャンス
around like crazy there.
さあボスも負けては
I
い
don't
か
know
ない
what to do with
発動
both
していく
Canadians. One of them just wins eventually.
さあ
That has to be a Kara lunge right here. This lunge.
さあ
The end. Kara. You can see him glitch forward a bit, right?
さあ
Watch the Kara. Stand light kick. Kara.
これはどうなるつなぐのかうわあ読み勝っていくボスも勝負強い
That's not everybody, right? Yeah. No, Alex is left, and Onuki-chan is left.
We await your return.
And no, Tominaga lost. So
さあ Z
who's left on
選
this
手
team?
副将元気
Battle.
I think
ちょっとスタッフいいですか
yeah, these guys have
ベ
won
ストボタ
4,
ン一回
so
押し
this
上げ
is
て
the anchor.
色にこだわりがあるみたいで色間違えたんだっ
Oh, what
て
happened? The machine broke?
いいっすまたそうです
Yeah, they have to reset the machine. All right. So it's Genki Alex. But they have Chun in the back, so he can kind of take a free shot here. If he wins the tournament, but it's not the end of the world if he loses. So it's pretty good.
元気で終わらすことができるのかそれとも抜きチュンリーが
Throw,
行くのか
Overhead, lots of stun.
ここで仕事をしたいと
One more hit. Oh, okay, good tech. Now he has to run away, and he loses the stun, but it's okay.
二小脚旋風脚鉄山しゃがみ中二
Alex
小脚
specific juggle.
さあこれは
Remember,
鉄
see
山
how
二小
Alex is
脚
funkily. He's like hitting the feet, but the feet aren't actually
二小
doing
脚
anything.
旋風脚鉄山しゃがみ
See how
中二
he
小
kind of
脚
like morphs through the feet there?
二小脚旋風
Watch how he kind of like. See how he kind of like. The feet just don't exist in the combo. It's a really weird. Alex's box is really
さあこ
funky.
れは鉄山大足さあボスもガードは硬いさあ投
And
げ
he
た
has
ら
another Ganasian already. He just had one. He tried the red
鉄
parry.
山中継高い投げも抜ける
And just holding up, right? I don't know. He's scared of zip retention, but also, what else can you do?
Strike. Now.
鉄山こうガードして
Is that a punish? That
ボ
must be a punish. He wouldn't have done it otherwise.
大テール逃げ
Nice.
て
He caught him trying to
最後
flinch on the way
ボ
down. That's an unparryable. This is DDT, or sorry, chokehold, whatever. This fierce, forward fierce, this thing. This is not parryable. It's a blockable grab. It's a grab hit thing, right? It's blockable, but you try to parry it, you get hit. So it's like a parry bait.
さあ読み合いを仕掛けていきます元気
No, it's not going to
シャガ
combo.
チを発動していく
Overhead for free damage. Empty jump low
旋
gets
風
him.
脚旋風脚鉄山高い絶唱ター
Man,
ゲット
got
前
him.
方前進さあ
Can
元
you
気
survive?
厳しい
How can he survive? He can't,
頑
right?
張れ
Well, wake up super is one way.
さあブーメランレイド
Overhead, man, that was meaty. And the crowd loves it too, right?
前でしょ
I mean, wake up super feels obvious, but it's not really that obvious.
前方前進さあ元気厳しい頑張れさあブ
It's
ーメ
his
ランレ
only
イド
chance to survive. That overhead is crazy. Man, Nuki. Who is Nuki? You can hear his voice in frickin' Dayton, Ohio.
Nuki
loves him some third strike.
Target 絶唱中足
That's
発
not a
動
combo. Yeah.
固めていく
Oh,
さ
Stomp.
あ
Nice
スタンピー
surviving.
ド大パワーボム
The best part is that Yun doesn't get the meter, right? Not only do they survive the damage, but Yun doesn't get the meter.
大足
Man, Alex playing so good.
Is
Is he dead? He might be dead.
さあどうなる
He's-
優勝は Z 選手
Oh, that's what happens when you win a tournament.
いやーすごい試合でしたね黒人サンピエロさんどうですかね
いやすごかったですね。もう一進一退のこのトリトリで。
シーソ
Yeah,
ーゲーム
sorry
で
I
した
sound
ね
too much like Sejam, guys. Hope you guys can tell the difference.
これは大貫なが
Alex played really well this last round. Let's watch it again.
中足発動
So he survives this Ganasian
固めていく
without too much damage. Good blocks, and then he
さあ
stomps
ス
at
タ
the
ンピ
right
ード
time. That's a good fake.
大パワーボム
Empty jump throw, and then he jumps in here and down parries. Empty jump down parry is really good.
風がないから
Empty jump down parry beats a lot of stuff. And then he's expecting to have the parry here, right? That's why he gets thrown so easily. You can do option select parry throw text, but you know, when you're Grand Finals of Cooperation Cup and you're looking at this health deficit with no Ganejin and no bar to wake up with, you're like, well, you know, sometimes you forget things. There we go. Yeah, so they saved Alex for like second last and he did the job. Alright, I've been streaming for like 2.5 hours. Do I have enough in me to do some of this KI? I might be running out of juice. I did say I was going to do KI though, so maybe I should do some. Yeah, I'll do a bit of this and see how far I can survive. Analysis is really draining. It's really kind of, can't do too much of it in a row or else your brain just fries. Okay. What emote is that? Alright, that's funny. Alright, so that third strike was good though. I should go back and do more third strike, like the previous top 3s or the rest of the top 8 or whatever. That'd be kind of fun. Anyway, yeah, I was going to do this analysis. I said at the beginning of the stream that I actually was struggling to find good KI sets because Base stopped uploading to his stream. Or to his YouTube, I should say. So that was sort of my haven for finding good sets to analyze. Since he stopped doing that, there haven't been too many other people uploading, or at least if there have been, I don't know where they are. So Storm has been uploading some, and I said I like analyzing Storm's play, but ever since he moved to Singapore, it becomes difficult to analyze sets that have a lot of lag in them, because that kind of dominates the focus of the analysis, right? Because you can kind of say like, oh, you know, that wouldn't work if it wasn't so laggy, or you know, that sort of stuff. I mean, like I was saying, the matches are still fun to watch, and we can still gain something from them, but it's a little less than if it was, you know, played a bit closer together. So Storm has been posting some stuff, which is cool, but the lag kind of hurts it a bit. Earlier, Hologram was saying that he was playing some KI earlier and maybe had some sets for me to analyze, so that's cool. I will keep that in mind for the future. Check those out. Other than that, Base blocks his archives behind Subwall, so I can't go check those out. And even if I could, I would ask him first, because, you know, you don't want people going into your archives and just, you know, analyzing a random set like that. So I would ask him if he was willing to let me do that, but it's a wash because I don't have access to those. So until, if or when Base starts uploading back to his YouTube, that gives me cool. But until then, I will talk about what I can find. And this Storm set is something that he said was a really good set. He enjoyed playing this even though it was laggy. Because Delta Rayquaza is in the UK, I think, right? He's in Europe somewhere. I think, pretty sure it's the UK. So this is Singapore to UK. So you can imagine that there's going to be a bit of hitching here. Sorry, Bane Mobius. Yeah, it's a little late. It might not be that great of an analysis because I'm kind of out of energy. So, but you can always check the archive. Hopefully, it'll be worth watching. I hope. Yeah, Sonic Dolphin has uploaded. I don't know if he's done it recently. He has some good sets though. Yeah, has some interesting sets. And the other thing about only following one person is that you kind of are at their mercy for what characters they play. So, you know, you're not going to find these kind of wacky sets. You'll usually find, for example, Storm will always play Hisako or whatever. So, you know, but it is what it is. We analyze what we can find, and hopefully people will upload more or point me to more matches where I don't know about. Okay, cool. I'll take a look at that, Zyrus. I'll click it here so it goes into my history. Yeah, and Duel, It's Time to Duel or whatever, he's also been uploading more recently. So yeah, he has a couple sets I could go through, but they're usually a little shorter, which is actually maybe not a bad thing, but they're kind of usually first to threes, first to fives, that sort of thing, so they're kind of not as long. But yeah, maybe that is also fine to have a slightly shorter set to analyze. Anyway, let's get to see what we can do here. Yeah, could also analyze KIT or some recent tournaments. You're right. There's also the Pharaoh Yami or whatever his name is does those I don't know what he calls them, the killer tournaments, the like monthly events that he hosts. So there's some good footage there. Although, like I said, the sets are like, you know, they'll be first to two or whatever, and there's a lot of downtime there where they're trying to invite people. So a little harder to scan the archives for some good sets. But yeah, that is also an option. Analyzing the 2014 EVO KI top 8 would be fun. It would be, I'm not sure the definition of fun applies to everything that happens in that KI top 8, but it actually would be pretty interesting. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll go back and analyze all 3 EVO KIs. That would be kind of fun, right? We could see the difference between the different games. Yeah, maybe I'll put that on my list of things to do. That'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, this is good. This gives me some things to think about. And yeah, if you guys find other sets you want me to look at, or you know people who are uploading KI of, you know, intermediate or high level play, let me know. All right, so this set is played UK to Singapore, so watch out for the lag. Storm also said that he didn't know that shadow meteors from Eyedol were not overhead in this set, so he constantly tries to fuzzy guard and usually just gets hit randomly. If you don't know, they aren't overheads, they're just mid hits, so you can just block low against the lightnings and then only react to, like, you know, certain overheads and stuff. But Storm didn't know that, so he's going to get clipped by some overheads, and I will say that earlier. I will say that now so that we don't touch on it every time it happens.
Because it's pretty ridiculous.
Don't really need to analyze Spin to win and Wolf. Actually, I think I do need to analyze it. The more I think about it, the more I think maybe I should analyze Spin to win and Wolf.
I'm not going to be familiar with most of the setups, so
all right,
first couple matches especially might be...
So I'm actually going to turn music back on for this, because Storm talks over his sets, and it kind of is difficult to have two people talking like that, so I will probably keep the volume of the game a little lower, and we'll get some music going instead.
I'm trying to get a feel for what this stuff looks like.
All right.
Oh dear.
I guess I should max this out. Let me know if the audio balance is messed up. Alright, so Storm gets his wrap back.
Start, but I can live with this.
Shadow, or Hisako's command grab does a lot of damage. You guys notice that? There's a lot of damage and a lot of white life. It's at level 2, and one hit for level 3, and does 13 or more %, depending on strength use. So, Delta is in the bit of the... Okay, well, I love that Storm is actually quite good at this. He predicts when people are going to do DP instant cancel, because what else is Eyedol going to do here? He's in warrior form. He is almost certainly going to DP instant cancel, right? Like, what else is he going to do? He's not going to backdash. He's not going to wake up with a button. It's like 80% or more that he's going to do that. So what can you do as Hisako? One of your best options, well, other characters might be able to try and backdash the DP, but it's not really that great because you can still get clipped. Parry is like really the ultimate answer if you have a parry, right? And it's such a good answer in this situation. It's a really great call out. It's good mental damage too, but it's in particular it's like the perfect response to a very obvious situation, and I like seeing that. That's a punish. Yeah, nice punish. This is -12. This low lightning. So if you have a fast enough shadow, you can get him. Unless he does it from full screen away, right? So if you're like Jago in this range, like you have 8-frame wind kick. Hisako's Shadow Rekka is 7, I think. What the heck? Plock Acrylic. I never played Plock, but it actually has a pretty good soundtrack from what I've heard. Well, we'll let this weirdness go. So that's a great punish from Storm, is what I'm saying.
Good break. Crap.
You can see the lag happening a bit. So here he tries to block overhead. You can see he just kind of gets hit low. Nice parry. Heavy, not broken. Storm gets away with a lot of auto doubles. And I think it's because sometimes he holds them, but a lot of the time he doesn't hold them. And he doesn't really use manuals that much. He's actually just a player that likes to counter break, which is great. Like, counter breaks are one of the strongest ways to counter breaking in this game. So I like that he just lets auto doubles rock, and his opponents trick themselves into not breaking them right. And he gets all this crazy damage from heavies and can capitalize on guesses really well. So there's the heavy linker, not broken. He lets this go, and then he guesses on the linker. Like, you know, if I played Hisako against Delta, I'm pretty sure he would. Okay, that was a mistake. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, you know, it's Storm's reputation, you know, lets him get away with stuff, and I think that's really cool.
It's not easy to hit by the X's though.
Oh, cool. He's playing on Xbox. Nice. So we don't have to deal with the. We don't have to watch the round transitions or the lobby stuff.
Gotta guess.
Wake up, crouch fierce. Why? I wonder why Storm does this. He does this sometimes too.
Gotta guess.
I'm not sure what he's trying to beat.
What do you wake up with? I'm curious.
Punish. Okay. No normal first, so he loses a bit of damage, but still good punish.
Huh.
Wow, he threw him out of the Rekka, huh? Eyedol's throw range pretty good, especially in Mage. Mage throw, well, that was actually pretty point blank, but Mage throw range is really strong.
Huh. Okay.
Among the best throw ranges in the game is Mage, actually.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, nice combo. That's a standard way to build a pip with Eyedol. Overhead is not blocked. This is a really fast high-low, actually. Or not that. This isn't. You can go low. He does low into overhead meteor here, but once you block the meteor, if you block it, he can go low very quickly after. Like, he can switch between high and low in this really bizarrely fast way, and I bet you online it's really difficult to block in lag situations.
I'm very upset that he managed to walk up on me. That's so much potential damage. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he does have a lot of potential damage. Where did this happen?
Huh. Okay.
Oh, he got it from the throw. Yeah, Mage throw. He never lost this potential damage. This potential damage is still here from a long time ago from this throw. And remember, it doesn't go down. The timer keeps resetting every time you get hit, either from regular damage or chip damage. So it's a very quick way to keep this damage built on a character. So even blocking that keeps the damage from going down. So now he's got two throws worth of potential damage on him. Yeah, and he's gonna try and get his way out of here, but it's not gonna work, right? Wow, it did work. This shouldn't work most of the time. I don't know if you guys can even see this. This is a lot of particles, and my stream quality is not that great. He waits until the shadow meteors are kind of half done before shadowing. He just sneaks out. That's really hard to get to work.
I gotta use light after that. I don't know why.
Okay, there's a mix-up. That's a pretty risky mix-up, but it works. You can't really get him, but yeah, he's gonna get him for pressure. He's gonna parry.
Oh goodness, that was shallow.
Okay.
No, I dropped it.
He's gonna do one chance light. Yeah. But it's hard to guess because he can do light auto double there, and it happens really quickly, or he can do the delayed linker, which is also light but different timing.
Yeah, Delta's a good player, so good players.
So he wants to be in mage form against Hisako, huh? Interesting. I'm not sure I agree. Because this is gonna happen to you. Medium. Broken, nice, okay. Heavy, broken, I'll break it, yep.
Not gonna let that one go, okay.
And you can't really do anything here. No. Oh yeah, he was out of Wrath, so you could do it. This is free. Normally you have to watch Hisako's Wrath, because she can parry cancel this, right? So you have to be careful. But this is free. Nice.
Oh no.
Oh, what a guest break from Storm. That could have been a lot of damage really quick.
Actually, he's in mage, I can't.
Interesting.
Oh no.
Can you guys actually see this, or is this really blurry? Let me know if this is even watchable. Because I'm watching this on HD res, so this is as high as I can go. But this is really smart. This shadow counter is smart because Hisako doesn't have Wrath to deal with this. But then he does shadow counter. This is combo breakable, the second half of this. So this counts as the break window. So he immediately goes in ender. This is not breakable. That's really interesting. And here comes the patented Delta mix-up, which I can't see in my in this pixely thing. Nice challenge. I wish people would challenge this more from Miss Storm. He likes to do a lot of heavy rekkas, but a lot of these low rekkas and these stuff, I wish people would block it and challenge. Sometimes you're gonna get grabbed, sometimes you're gonna get parried, but I think it's... I would shadow. Okay, he uses a shadow here, but that's fine. He saves 1 meter. And there's some situation that happened because of the lag, but yeah, with parry you can't, with Wrath meter you can't deal with this. I don't think he tried to shadow counter. I think he probably saw something different and tried to combo break. But, you know, that's how it is. Right, next step.
Oh, good.
Nice jump. Okay, so Warrior's jump is very hard to deal with. Nice challenge. I like this challenge. This is if he hits high on the body, it's like 0 or like -1. So you should be challenging with Eyedol's amazing mediums, which are only 1 frame slower than jabs. So one of Warrior's Eyedol's best strengths is his very fast mediums, and that's why he's such a brutal character to fight up close. He gets these plus on block mediums that are just really hard to deal with. One chance. He's going to build another pip. Now normally I actually dislike one chances with characters, even against the wall. I think they're not worth the damage. I think you're giving up a lot of damage by just doing repeated one chances. But I think with Eyedol, because he can build a free pip every time, if he's in warrior form, I think it's very useful to do this because these pips become so much more useful in the rest of the fight. He's got 2 pips next time he switches, and pipped out mage form is really hard to deal with, I think. Alright, that's heavy linker, yeah, broken. Okay, got him. Shadow. Oh, I mean, did he try to shadow? No, he still has saved his meter. He should have shadowed here. This is a free shadow, air shadow move. Nice block on the overhead. I would go high-low there. I think, especially in these conditions, you have to do low into overhead meteor, and then you have to go immediately low. You can hit her right here, actually. She's already out of block stun here. So this low is very hard to block. But instead he walks up and throws.
I swear I'm pushing the button before he throws.
Here comes the meteors, and warrior form, and I don't know, I can't see. He's gonna try and get out of it. Oh, he did get out of it, nice. He's gonna kill him. But see, he guessed something that wasn't the heavy auto double. You know, I wish he would just probably... Storm is very good at staying stubborn, and I wish more people would stay stubborn against Storm. I feel like that's... You know, Storm is very good at taking a certain style of fight directly to you, and that was a bit too far. And that was, again, the Storm special. Storm likes to do the hold auto doubles. These here. He loves to do the hold heavy and then do heavy linker here for maximum time wasted on his own lockout. If he does heavy linker or does light linker here as a confirm, which is very possible, he kills Eyedol here instead of getting broken.
Stupid.
So it's quite a bit. He even says to himself stupid because he knows. But it's a habit that I haven't seen Storm break. That's not gonna work. Oh, it's gonna work because it hits him before the meteors come up. That's right. This is a change they made to Eyedol. Sorry, that wasn't the meteor version. That was, yeah, sorry, that was something else. That was the heavy lightning, which is a reversal. This, as soon as you get past the 1 frame before this freeze, this is fully invincible, but it's a projectile. So you can just shadow projectile through. Nice, so Eyedol goes down 3-0 to start.
Crap, I was trying to dash.
I tried to punish Descent. So yeah, this is one thing. I guess he feels that Hisako without meter can't really do anything about the zoning. Maybe he's right. Except Descent is one thing she can do, this teleport thing. So it's punishable. And I see he's even recovered and ready to attack here. So if he presses the button at the right time, he gets her. But he tried the I guess it's the cage lightning, the heavy version, which is like supposed to protect against teleports, but it has to be done preemptively. It's really slow. So he's better off just pressing light kick there. Okay. So he beats command grab with this reversal. Mage's reversal exists. That's about the nicest thing I can say about it. It's like 35 frames startup or something, 31 frames. It's minus some block. It's really not a great move, but it does beat certain slow moves like heavies, and it does beat command grabs. And because Hisako's command grab is actually really hard to punish normally, it's probably a decent option to represent in this fight. Yeah, you can attack into it.
Oh dear.
Recapture? Recapture. Okay, try a different combo.
Oh, I'm so glad he ended. That's not good.
So this overhead, this overhead is really, it's really long range, but it's not that fast. It's like 27 frames or something. You can actually react to it, and I think Hisako can parry it probably on reaction pretty easily. It's also minus on block, but if you have a warrior pip, which he was building all those times doing all those mage teleports, this becomes massively plus on block if you run cancel it. Like it goes from like -4 on block to like +10 or something. So you get like just massive frame advantage to run in and do some crazy mix-up, and he has a command grab, so you can't just hold it. So, you know, the fact that he had jumped there and gotten recaptured is, you know, not what he's intending, but, you know, it's still just fine.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
That was a cool run cancel combo. Another command grab for the pip. He has to pop instinct. Remember, this command grab is +4. Every time you get command grabbed, you really are in it. Eyedol has incredibly fast mediums, and his fierce is also are not that slow. So +4 is massive against this character with another command grab in range too. So you have to make like super big reads to get out of this stuff.
I wasn't sure what that was.
Yeah. Hisako, okay, wow, he got away with it.
So there he probably
And
should've-
no break on the medium double. I wonder if that's because of lag or he hasn't broken those one time.
He hasn't woken up with GP. So I'm gonna-
Shadow? Okay, you punish with throw. Command grab. Yeah, so again, there's that +4. He's in range for command grab even after mid-screen command grab. He's in range for grab here. So you can't, even in the corner, or sorry, even mid-screen, you're not out of it. So he just tries to get away, and he gets clipped.
What was the counter? Oh, I didn't have anything. So I did high counter, but I was out of instinct.
Storm says he did high counter, but was out of
he's been
instinct.
patient on his wake up,
So
I
that makes sense. But still, he picked an option that was, you know, a risk, because... Okay, Shadow? Okay, DP is just as good. Oh, I like the counter break. This does a lot of damage. This is the highest damage Shadow Linker in the game. The instinct club thing. It also screws with the video quality a lot. Ugh, what's happening? He's getting pummeled. Wow, that was a good break. 76 though, jeez. Break the fierce. Okay, well, you know, I probably would have got knocked out there too. But you know, Hisako's got instinct, so this comeback isn't impossible by any stretch.
He's in warrior, right? Just woke up with Bud.
Shadow it. Oh. He got hit here, but if he blocks all these hits,
Woke up with Bud.
if he blocked that last hit, he can do Shadow thing as a reversal and it will work, even against the Shadow grab frame trap.
So we're gonna go with hard knockdown because I don't want him.
He wants hard knockdown because he says this is actually really smart of Storm. He even talks about it during the set, so you know that it wasn't one of those revisionist history style strategies. But he doesn't want Eyedol to get instinct here.
So we're gonna go with hard knockdown because I don't want him.
So he intentionally does the ender that does less damage so that Eyedol does not have instinct to wake up with. Because now he figures one more touch he can kill and he won't have to deal with Eyedol's powerful instinct, which I think is really smart. I wish more people would think about that sort of thing. It's really hard in the middle of a set to keep yourself on top of that, but Storm does a good job here. So he gets a mix-up. If he locks out, he dies. Or that. If he does that, he also dies.
Alright, should be game.
So, but again, that was Storm maximizing his chances of success. He didn't even have to spend his own instinct, huh? Interesting. But you can see how Storm really maximized his own success by watching the meter.
Invincible very quickly, but it is also projectile.
So I find that really cool.
Projectile invincible moves so quick.
Okay, Storm's starting to block low there.
Right.
Okay, there. Finally, I like this adaptation. So Storm has been clipped low by this stand medium punch into low thing here. Storm's been clipped low every time, whether it's by leg or by him trying to dash in or challenge, right? He finally blocks low, which is great. He's understanding where he's getting hit. And then I like how he picks overhead immediately here. And Storm does stand block. And he's rewarded with some offensive pressure. Locked out though. Not too far away for the splat.
Yep.
There's a nice counter again from Storm. I would spin the meter for sure, 100%. You're gonna get it back.
Still this time, I'm gonna command grab.
Nice command grab. He's gonna get all the meter back, all the wrath meter.
He'll probably wake up with instinct.
Gonna block.
Like me.
Or he's gonna... Yeah, I don't think that works.
He'll probably wake up with instinct.
I think you have to pick something else there. Oh, so you got lucky that Storm attacked him for no reason, but
I really dodged a bullet in that old situation.
okay, another shadow.
He retaps me, I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh, yeah.
So this is hard to deal with.
Leave it alone.
The thing about Eyedol's instinct is that every one of his weaknesses is removed. Like, what are Eyedol's main weaknesses, right? That his club is shadow counterable, that's removed in instinct. His shoulder is minus on block, that's removed in instinct. He does no damage, that's removed in instinct. You know, he could be maybe not as good full screen or close depending on what form he's in, that's also removed. Just everything. He's a plus on block machine from the entire screen that can never be hit and has a good DP that is very hard to punish. So this is why this character is so strong to me. Not only is he good otherwise, but his instinct is the tops.
Oh, that hits low.
Yeah, even Storm is saying, oh, that hits low. And he still builds all his meter back. He has a meter builder ender that does a lot of damage. Okay, that's the second or third or fourth time that he's been hit by a tick low into suction grab. I think it's not easy to react, especially probably in these online conditions, but I think that's something he has to start paying attention to. There's again, yeah, it's the exact same setup, and now he's going to die to chip or something. Yeah, or he tried to panic reversal. Whoa, what happened there? I looked away. That was a good anti-air from Storm. He actually traded with Stan Fierce, and that overhead is...
Oh, dropped it.
Get him. Oh, Storm. Gotta punish the shadow there, bud. This is for sure 100% low forward shadow. Or if you don't think shadow or low forward will reach you, just do shadow.
I feel like I blocked that.
Get him. Yeah, that's unbreakable.
That was a bad situation for him to be in.
And now shadow. I would shadow thingy. Okay, that works too.
That was a very bad call on my part.
Yeah, okay. I like to see Storm he got counter broken last time he tried to break this recapture, but Storm is a stubborn player. He does not believe that, he does not let the mental damage get to him as much as other players do, and he is very stubborn in his breaking and in his offensive patterns, which is both a good thing and a bad thing, but I think more often good than bad, especially in a game like KI where stuff can go. Okay, that's a good parry.
That is a physical hit, but it's...
He missed the cancel. Definitely some sort of online / stick malfunction from Storm there. Because he's learning hitbox, I think, in this set.
I'm an idiot.
What happened here? How did he convert? So he just get hit by Rock. Yeah, he just got hit by low. I don't know what happened there.
I'm an idiot. I dropped...
But in Instinct, look how much time he has. He has time to run up and he can confirm with a light attack. He's full screen away, dude. Run up and get him. Wow.
I'm an idiot. I dropped the game-winning combo.
Yeah, Storm's mad at himself for dropping the game-winning combo, but I think it's because he's playing on hitbox. So he's still trying to learn the ins and outs of the, you drop quarter circles and you drop confirms pretty easily when you get given a new input device. Alright, so Eyedol's on the board. So
Had
cool.
the right reads and everything. Wasn't even what I was trying to do wasn't difficult. I was
Nice break. I like that. Don't be scared. KI is a game of risk analysis, right? It's not a game about being right every time. It's about being right most of the time. More times than your opponent.
Oh goodness, I'm so glad he ended that early. But well,
Nice combo. I like that side switch. Even though it was a little bit low damage, he switches to the form he clearly wants.
crap.
Oh, I got him swinging with a stand medium or something there. Most of Eyedol's buttons are projectiles in mage form. So projectile invincible moves do a decent job at countering them, but they're gambles, of course. Nice block low. He's going to go overhead here next time for sure.
Shadow.
That's not going to work. He's going to get trapped. Yeah, for sure.
Wow, that those kept coming. I didn't realize it.
Oh, that was a tricky juggle combo to break. I like that. Let's watch that again. That was cool.
Wow, that.
He did launcher into jump, jab, into DP recapture. That's neat.
He's not an instinct. That doesn't help you that.
Parry.
Where's my command grab?
Oh, he said, "Where's my command grab?"
He's not an instinct.
I thought this was an attack, but I guess it's very clearly the command grab. Yeah.
Where's my command grab?
He's gonna get him a third time. All those pips. One chance light. Yeah, he guessed wrong. I think, I don't know. Light is obviously the right choice to guess there most of the time, but sometimes you still guess wrong. This isn't gonna work. Yeah. One chance. Launcher. This is a cool combo with Eyedol. I don't really like it though. This combo is neat because you can do one chance into launcher, right? And then he does the cage lightning, this thing. Then he bounces you with a meteor, and then he does a teleport. Remember, you can always just do teleport after launcher ender. So the reason you want to do this is because it's more damage, but not that much more damage. And the problem with it is that you spend a lot of the moves, because remember that if you don't know how Eyedol works, he has a random chance to switch between his two moves, his two bodies. So he's got this purple rod thing, which is his zoning form, and then he's got the red club, which is his rushdown form. So every time you do a special move, or a heavy or a medium button, you have a chance to switch. So like it's a really low chance at first, like 5%. And then as you do more of those moves that don't switch you, the chance goes up, right? So you kind of think about it like a resource, where you get a certain number of special moves in this form before the chance is so high that you're going to switch eventually. So this, if he wants to stay in mage form, which he clearly seems to want, right? He keeps switching back to this form during the round transition. So he should be not wasting his mage moves on 3% damage, right? Because now look, he's going to switch here probably. Looks like he's getting away with it. Okay, there's a switch. Run up, frame trap fears. Okay, he's gonna do that at the wall spot into the command grab. Okay, he switched, so he can't do command grab. Instead, he does regular throw. So this can happen. And ender counts as a special move, so you have a chance to switch after your ender. He does wall spot because he wants to command grab here, right? So, but switching means he can't, and now he's gonna have to make something up. So he just does regular throw. And I'm really surprised Storm countered there instead of tech. That felt like a pretty obvious throw to me. Ah, he's gonna get him.
He did it. I did not believe he DP'd there. Okay.
Storm says, I don't believe he DP'd there because Storm can always cancel the Wrath, right? The mix-up here is that Storm does a meaty, but is free to cancel because he has this, see this little cross symbol here? He has 50% Wrath, which means he can cancel moves on startup and active frames into parry. So he's expecting Delta to figure out that he's going to obviously, you can't DP here because I'm obviously going to cancel into parry, but Delta just goes through with it.
He did it. I did not believe he DP'd there.
So yeah, so Storm is incredulous about it, but I think
I did not think he would DP there. I had definitely had enough Wrath to cancel.
nice combo. He spent all 3 pips on this run cancel nonsense for fun after Storm was already dead.
He got me. I did not think he would DP there. I definitely had enough Wrath.
That's cool. I like that. But yeah, I like that Delta is not, I mean, he won the mind game because, you can lose the mind game even if you're bold, but sometimes being bold pays off. And I like that more people are more bold more often than the alternative. Block overhead, please. No.
But it can feel like a lot of life.
Light, medium. Okay, there's a throw. He's gonna back up and he's gonna put the medium. Yeah, see, there's that really fast high low I was talking about, right?
Really?
So he does meteor, and then this low already hits because he's already out of block stun. There is high low protection in this game, so if you're in block stun, you can't be hit by a low attack, even if you're blocking high. It's how they protect against unblockables. But he's out of block stun here. That's why he gets hit. It's really fast. And I guess that was open or ender. What happened here? Yeah, he just did low forward stomp into ender. Remember, if you're unsure about open or ender,
Kind of upset I let him get
you should always press heavies on all your opponents' enders, because really nothing can go wrong.
Please work.
And if it is open or ender, you'll break it, so it's fine.
That's
Break heavy. Didn't break heavy. Instead, he got locked out on heavy. Now he's gonna die. So he wants the wrath back. I like that. I'm not sure what that was. He put him in block stun and then canceled. Which I guess he was trying to meaty and then cancel into parry for baiting DP, but there's no benefit to doing that. You might as well just do the parry directly. Like, you know, the meaty isn't going to trick him into attacking. Nice. Punish. Oh, that's a punishable move. I'm pretty sure Crouch Fierce is punishable. And there's, finally got him again.
It was coming at some point.
Yeah, you notice the situation, right? This happens a bunch. He storms and red on at least 3 times in 6 games. This instinct, low health, is like DP almost every time. And it's not just Delta who does it. It's very common of a lot of players, probably myself included. So it's just a good read by Storm to know that parry is the best way to deal with that. Hisako has a bad backdash, so you can't really deal with it that way. The nice thing about this as a reversal in these situations is that it's unparryable by Hisako as a projectile. So, yeah. Projectile reversals are pretty good against Hisako.
I don't normally get it.
And there's not very many of them in the game. I think he might have the only one, unless I'm missing one other one. That was a really good Shadow Rekka. Please break this medium. Yes. Jumping. He's gonna get dashed in on. That wasn't even a combo. This isn't gonna work. Storm tries it, but he knows it's not gonna work. See, here's the switch. This is what I'm talking about. If he wants to be in this form, doing this combo with the cage into the meteor is gonna cause the switch a lot. You know, he gets more combos, and maybe this is what he wants to do. Maybe when he's close range like this, he's happy switching. But
Oh, that's not good.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm learning something.
I'm not sure it's worth it in all
I did not
cases.
realize that his meteors were active for quite that long.
Command grab, and he frame traps with command grab.
Oh, that's not good. Super bad.
Command grab again, another frame trap. He's got him. Whoa.
Oh dear.
He did back command grab. You definitely can't tell that this is back command grab. Storm clearly thinks it's regular grab, as I would. I actually thought this was stand jab. So, but yeah, it's the back command grab which jumps back and then leaps forward.
Oh dear.
That's crazy. Now he has to deal with this big time problem without instinct pop.
Destroyed in the corner right now.
I don't know what this is about. I feel like he could lose because of this. Yeah, and I think he might. Yeah, break it. You have to break it because... Also, this music's rad, by the way. I don't know. I played this game when I was like a kid. Like I'm old enough to have played this game when I was like really small. So this music holds a lot of fond memories for me. It's actually really atmospheric tune. Anyway, sorry for that aside. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't like this instinct pop at all because
Dear.
let's see the situation again, right? So what's playing through Delta's mind right now? Okay, so he got away with that.
Dear.
Storm is probably mad that he got tricked and or some wacky thing happened and he got grabbed. So you can see he immediately guess broke, right? And this is a sign of extra frustration. So if you weren't sure that Storm was frustrated by that weird interaction, which you should be, you know, if you're a player, you should be constantly thinking about what is the mental state of my opponent right now? Like, what are they thinking? Why are they mad? Did something just happen to them that makes them mad? How, if they are mad, what are they gonna do? In KI, that means they're going to guest break. That means they're going to try something silly and fast. So if Storm wasn't being comboed here, I would maybe look for teleport, for example. I would look for something really bold and like get me out of the situation. I'm really mad I got hit by whatever. Oh, this song's great. This is a Hothead Bop from DKC2. Great song. Okay. But yeah, do you see what I mean by that? So like this guest break should like double and triple reaffirm to you that Storm is on tilt right now.
I'm getting destroyed in the corner right now.
And you know, even by his own admission, you see that. But why Instinct Pop? He is not anywhere close to being able to kill him with danger. If he was in danger here, then Instinct Pop is the correct choice because you can ultra, right? But he tries some wacky situation. He gives up his one trump card to do what, right? Do nothing. He gets a pip and he gets a meaty, but he could have gotten that without Instinct Pop. And now he backs up and he tries to DP the teleport. And this is, remember when I said teleport when Storm was, I would maybe look for teleport if he was on tilt. And clearly this is, yeah, I probably should be playing this game more often. But that's how you can convert. If you're thinking to yourself, how do you get better as a fighting game player? It's not just about knowing frame data. It's not just about studying matchups. It's about really understanding player mindset. What does an opponent do when they're mad? What does an opponent do when they're not mad? What makes my opponent mad? And you might not even, like, for example, that weird interaction probably just happened accidentally or, you know, by happenstance. But, you know, you can recognize that it's happening as it happens, even if you didn't intend for it to happen, right? So I think Delta should be more protective of this screen space, knowing that Storm is on tilt. And he isn't, and he gave up his one trump card, so now he might lose. He's in a very bad spot here. And yeah, the break is 100% the right choice. And what does Storm do immediately? Shadow. See? You see how Storm is on tilt? He does Shadow thing to do what? Eyedol is still an instinct, so he's trying to predict stand medium punch from the mage form or something. Like he's trying to predict something that I don't think ever comes from Delta here. There's no projectile being coming here, I don't think. Delta is either going to do nothing or he's going to swim with a physical button, not a projectile. But because Storm locked out, he got hit by that, it was all downhill from that corner sequence. He got locked out, you know, he got away with it. Then he teleported, and now he tries this other random thing because he still doesn't have control of the fight according to him. But he's going to lose because of it. He runs right into the projectile move. But I still think Delta got away with this. I still think he did something that could have cost him the game, and it didn't.
I think I can't. I think I'm probably going for damage. Going for damage without being.
SNES was the first system you played? Yeah. DKC1 was the first game I 100%ed. It was either DKC1 or Yoshi's Island. I forget which one it was, but it was one of those two. And then this was, I 100%ed this game as a kid too, and it was among the first games I 100%ed. All the other games I'd played before that, like the NES games, like the Marios and stuff, and Super Mario World, all those games I didn't get 100% until later when I went back to them. So yeah, I played this game a ton myself. I'm a big fan.
We're going to lose. And I have to stop getting hit with that. Where I'm blocking it.
Nice overhead mix up there.
I can
Dash up,
actually
command. I
block
like the command grab, and I would attack
things
here.
are not that
Yeah,
hard to block. Mage stuff is not difficult to block at all.
it worked, but he didn't get a combo, unfortunately. That's gonna work. See,
They're not that hard to block.
so let's watch this situation. Because normally you don't shadow counter those because she gets a free parry, right? But what is this? Demon Crest. I did not play this. Ooh. Sorry, I saw this in the list and I have to skip ahead to it. I'm not actually a big fan of Wind Waker, but I love this song.
Mage stuff is not difficult.
So I wanted to say what is the sequence that happens that causes Hisako to not have 50% Wrath when she does Rekka? So that means that she's attacked with either a special move and a normal or two normals. Those are the only things that can happen before she is below 50% Wrath for her Rekka. Okay, so let's take a look at it.
These things are not that
Okay,
hard
she's
to
at full Wrath. She attacked with Sweep. You see that there? She missed with Sweep.
These things are not that hard to block.
So there's one of her normals gone.
Mage
There's throw.
not to block at all.
And there was the second normal. Did you see it?
Block at all.
So she, all this mid combo stuff doesn't affect her wrath. It doesn't mean it goes up though. So she does this, and now she attacks with the normal as a meaty. That's the second normal. So the first normal was the whiff sweep. This is the second one, and now this is always shadow counterable because this takes her below the 50% meter. You see that? So if you're thinking like it's really hard to watch this stuff while you're also trying to not get hit by mix-ups and grabs and stuff, right? But if you can remember while you're being comboed is a good time to check her wrath, I think.
Yeah, I cannot block at all.
So you're being comboed here, and you see this ender, and you're like, okay, quickly take a quick glance at her wrath down here. If you see it at about this wrath, that means that she swung with the normal before this happened, and that means that if she does meaty, normal into Rekka on you, that you can shadow counter it. So I'm not sure if Delta was watching the wrath or if he just did it, because in the past he had just done it as well. But I'm gonna give him credit for watching the wrath there, and it's really good.
That's plus crap.
Yeah, this is a very fat plus special move, the stomp. You can't challenge this.
Plus crap.
Shadow, it's gonna work. Oh, it didn't? Oh, it worked because he was too slow. But he could have blocked this, huh? Interesting. Huh. I would have guessed this was in time to punish, but I guess he was already basically recovered here. But the reason he got hit is because he did something else here, and this is too slow to interrupt. He's already getting hit. Medium not broken. Wow, light. That was a really delayed break. Got him. Teleported him away. There's the teleport. He doesn't want any part of this.
Oh dear. Jab is faster than my medium punch. That's fair. That was a frustration break.
Yeah, Storm even says that was a frustration break.
I really.
I would attack here. Yes, perfect. Attacking is great when your opponent is frustrated. Your opponent is going to be doing dumb stuff. What did he try? I wonder. He must have tried the counter that wasn't that one. Must have tried the low counter. What is this song? This is. Oh, maybe I only know this because I listened to this playlist, but I've heard this song before. But I haven't played this game. Good song. Grab. Nice. He's in trouble,
I basically
right?
tried to wake up low counter 7 times.
There would have been a great spot to shadow to Meteor. Or to shadow Rekka, I mean. But now he has to hold this pressure.
Like hit by.
Yeah, even Storm doesn't know what he got hit by. I couldn't see because of the frames. This isn't gonna work.
No idea what hit by.
Yeah, he's just in trouble. He doesn't really know what to do. And he got thrown out of stagger there.
No idea what hit by.
He was staggered from the meteor, and this is a throw. You can tech that throw, but yeah, it was a throw that comboed.
Like I said, Delta's good.
Yeah, but you can see Storm's. You could, when you're looking for it, you can manifestly see his frustration come out, right? You can actually see it in his gameplay. It's not just that he's talking about being frustrated, which I'm sure he is. It's not just that you can, ask him, were you frustrated, and he says yes. You can see it. You can actually watch it happening. And this is the type of thing that when you start playing more and you get better as a fighting game player, these are the types of things that you need to capitalize on.
I'm not surprised it's close. I'm a little frustrated.
No, this song is from a game called Soma Bringer. It's on, I guess it was Sega Saturn. I haven't played it.
If he hits me, he's stuck. I need to stay far the heck away from him.
Yeah, and I think if you guys want to learn the best way to take advantage of someone being frustrated, KI is one of the best games at that. Because there's so much that your opponent can do when they're frustrated that's a bad idea. And there's so much in the game system that lets you punish that for big damage that it's a really fun game to play when you have a read on your opponent's frustration. It's also a very good way to practice understanding when someone is frustrated and understanding how to keep yourself calm and that sort of stuff. I think other games, you can do it in other games, but it's harder and not as fun as KI. So if that's a skill you're looking to practice, I think playing KI is a good way to do it. Very satisfying too when you get it, when you get your opponent on tilt and you do the exact counter to the thing you know they're going to do.
Not wise.
Punish. Oh, you tried to punish. Storm did the right thing there.
Get out of here.
He didn't break the heavy. He's letting those heavy auto doubles rock a lot. They are kind of hard to break in lag when you're also trying to protect against the hold one. There's a hold up auto, or there's a hold up reset that Storm stops. He takes his Wrath back. Okay, so he's out of Wrath. So again, this is where, if you're looking for ways to watch Hisako player's Wrath meter, when you're knocked down is a great way to look at it. So this hard knockdown off the command grab is supposed to give Hisako a chance to build all her Wrath up. But Storm likes to do this dash thing. Sorry, this is the hard knockdown ender, but it's the same thing. Storm likes to dash there. You see that dash? That prevents the Wrath from rebuilding. So he's not going to have full Wrath when Eyedol wakes up here. Right? He still gets hit though. Okay. But now, while you're getting hit by this grab, take a look, right? Take a look at this thing. If Hisako attacks me on her next meaty, then I can shadow counter. Think about that. Right, he DPs, but you know, you can see that if Hisako had attacked, he would have been free to shadow counter. Okay, I like the attempt.
Oh, come on.
I don't like the punish, but Storm also said, come on. So he didn't know why that didn't come out.
Pretty upset about that.
Wow, was that a combo? Oh my goodness. Look at the time he has to walk up and do that even. Jeez. This character's pretty good in instinct.
Very upset I didn't do that.
Oh, Storm, get him.
Can I get that?
Yeah, he tried. Storm even said, can I please get this door? He tried that like 3 times, but he still got it even though it was really late. He frame trapped or counter hit a different button. Overhead? No. Block? He could have done shoulder. I'm surprised he didn't do shoulder to get in here. He could have comboed with shoulder there. Okay, he's gonna get parried. Block, nice block, but that's a 3-frame command grab which beats buttons there. So this is the mix-up. Even if you block this axe kick, which is overhead and fast, and Hisako has a great low attack, you're not really out of it. This is a great reset attempt. Really good block, because very easy for Hisako to just go low here with, you know, very good low button. So it's a great block, but you're still only 0 here. And, you know, you have a 5-frame jab, but she has a 3-frame command grab. So you're not even out of it once you beat this. And because she's an instinct, she gets the 1 chance for all the damage. Normally that would be not possible to combo. I don't think this was a confirm from him. What did he do here? He did that into Shadow Rekka just cuz. There's the, he got hit by overhead that time. It was a good break, but he's gonna lose this round. I think he gave up, yeah. Okay. Moving on.
Come on, bud.
Eyedol, very difficult to anti-air, even though it's a little laggy, and Storm was trying. This is breakable. Medium? No, it didn't break it. Nice block. And jump? No, I didn't jump this time.
I've been giving him too much time, so it's like be a lot more aggressive.
Oh, that was a tricky block setup. He tried to break. Okay.
The Rayquaza.
But he wasn't ready. You can hear Storm mad at his opponent there.
Be a lot more aggressive. Delta Rayquaza. You.
He's mad because, yeah, he had the right read, but it was a little late. Please get him. You can see he's just whiffing counters now. Storm is super on tilt. And even though Delta can't hear Storm muttering to himself, he should see that and be like, okay. This guy, he should know that this missed timing lockout thing and the 2 counters means he's on super tilt. So he should not be giving Storm a chance to get himself straight. He should be pressing. He's giving him a chance to see.
I would rather.
Now he's gonna get punished for his patience there. That was the wrong time to be patient. That was a good break though. Recapture? Nope. That's recapture. Okay, he's just gonna wait for it. He should. There's a great punish. That damage is outrageous. What's the damage? I'm waiting for the damage number to show up. 41. That was basically a 1 chance. I want you to take a look at this damage here. I'm gonna put my mouse on it. This punish, like I say, this is the highest damage linker in the game. It's also the highest damage shadow opener. So it's absolutely crazy. So watch this damage. Look at the damage on that. That's opener. That's unbreakable. And he adds all the white life that, you know, jeez, this is crazy. So this is a great punish. It's more damage than adding a fierce first for this particular move. So he does the one chance into this is unbreakable still. All this is unbreakable. He, you know, he gets one extra hit in there that was breakable over the recapture, and then he guest breaks on the landing thing, and it's 41. So it's basically 39 or whatever percent.
Shadow.
Is he dead? Oh, he's wasting the instinct. I forgot if he was on life bar 1 or 2 there. Okay, it was on 1. So wasting the instinct was correct.
I don't know why. I keep thinking that I can.
So remember, Storm thinks these are overheads, so that's why he kind of randomly gets hit sometimes.
Make that work.
But he knows now, so he'll be a little harder to open up in those spots later. Heavy linker? No, yes, break it, yes. I like the punish. That might not have been a punish, but it was the right choice here. This hit really high on the body, so it would probably be -2 or 3. Good block by Storm, and he knows it's minus, so he took his turn back and got counter hit. Yeah, there's a nice command grab reset. Those are hard to avoid. If the Hisako player mixes them up correctly, I'm not sure you can really avoid them long term. He's got level 3 damage for not really a hard mix-up. He has Wrath. Nice punish. Or nice weight. I really like the... And if he was in mage form, he could have shadow thingied here for free. But because he's not, the instinct pop means he doesn't get access to that shadow move. So he has to play the game there. That's heavy, yeah,
Oh
for
crap!
sure.
The last one made me think he would let rock. I'm just trying to take enough chip to get instinct, but you can't get away from him.
He got command grab, and it's gonna get ultra.
Oh gosh, that linked. Oh, that's so sick.
So this is crazy. So Eyedol's an instinct, which means he's just going nuts with all these plus on block moves. The DP is punishable, but very difficult with the meteor coming down.
Take enough chip to get instinct.
And look what he does here.
Can't get away.
He does shadow thing, and then he runs up and he does meaty command grab before the meteor hits. See this? See that command grab coming in there? So this meteor is gonna put Hisako in block stun, but before that he grabs her. Right? And you can't see this really. This is really hard to avoid. And then after the command grab, she's getting command grabbed here. She gets pushed into the meteors as they're exploding. And then she gets hit from the meteors, and she gets, I don't know, he's just doesn't really know what's happening, so he's just mashing some sort of breaker here. Gets timing locked out, and he can run in and combo on the stagger.
Oh, that's so sick.
So that makes that really difficult in late game situations. It's like a really impossible situation to get out of. You know, even if you have a DP, which Hisako does not, DP does not save you because you jump into the meteors and then you get hit. And unless the DP sends the guy way far away, he can quick stand and get in there and do more stuff.
Makes it a real combo. Then I get hit. Oh gosh.
22% raw damage as an opener. I actually don't know the number for his Instinct Eyedol's Shadow Club thing. It's probably about there though, yeah. I was gonna say, this is a great punish. This is a great confirm. This is the highest damage that Eyedol can get after confirming that forward medium punch hits all 3 times. You do the heavy thing. It's the highest damage adjustment.
No more wind-up doubles. Go for free.
Wow, what a command grab. Plus challenge, okay. You can tell that Storm is probably not super upset right now. So
no more
he's content to block it here, see? Or not, here he's blocking. He does challenge there. That is minus. If he does the light one, it's minus. I think they did the light one there. It's like -1.
Wow, that's definitely my turn in this situation. Okay.
So that was a leg. Get him with Shadow. You can definitely get him here. You can definitely get him with Shadow up, Shadow bolts, but yeah.
I've really got to get the confirm there.
I like the Shadow Cutter attempt. I still like it. It didn't work, but I like it. Because it means he's thinking about Wrath.
I really got to get the confirms there.
Yeah, so I really like the attempt. It means that Delta is definitely thinking about how much Wrath he has. Nice overhead.
Oh, instinct. Where were you? Why did
So that's instinct pop, yeah. I have to get away. Oh, he jumped out of the command ramp. I would not attack here. Yeah, perfect. Attack this time. Oh, I would have got hit. 4 throws in a row.
Oh, God.
And he attacked, he countered every one of them. There's a reason Delta has 5 wins, and I don't have 5 wins.
He wins that trade so hard. Nice close.
That's not gonna work. You can't, from that range you can't do it.
Nice close.
But he's learning, right? This is something a matchup thing. He didn't know, and now he knows that after getting popped away by teleport, he's out of range of that. No, can't jump into there. And again, Storm might get hit here because he thinks he has to block high-low there. When really blocking low is fine.
Whoever wins this, I've got to make
Yeah, Shadow Crushing Bolt Strike. It's a really weird sounding move, isn't it?
So the jump was to try and make that whip, but
Nice. Yeah, here comes the mix-up. Oh, he got hit. He didn't want this to happen. He wanted her, or he wanted Hisako to blow out of the combo so that these meteors wouldn't hit her until she quick rose.
get a hit.
But so that's kind of unfortunate. He's gonna get teleported, yeah. Or not teleported. Shadow Rekka is what I meant to say. Nice break.
That break. Am I dead?
Nice patience from Storm there. Even though he had low health, I like the patience. Tries a reset. Can Delta survive with no reversal? He did jump this time. No, he didn't. I thought he did. He's alright though. This spooky music is pretty. One mix up for death. He's gonna shadow. It's dead, right? Yeah. Storm really stole that one. But he was in the non-reversal form, so he kind of had to hold that pressure.
Oh, sorry, I was Alright, why am I challenging that?
Yeah, Storm keeps getting hit by those jump fears. I'd like to see him maybe try to snipe it with Shadow Rekka sometimes. I bet you that's pretty hard though. You should try it maybe.
Alright, we're just gonna play him dirty. He hasn't dealt well with that mix-up, so we'll keep doing it. Play for extreme OP. No damage.
Sokka running a train.
Oh, I did it wrong.
You can see the lag coming into play there. Somebody got hit when it didn't really look like they
very
got hit.
sloppy on stuff like that. Stuff that matters. I tried to wake up Shadow, didn't have it. Oh, okay.
Is Storm gonna get hit again here? You get command grab. That's really hard to avoid.
Crap. Double crap.
So I like this a lot from Delta. This is what I'm talking about, right? So this mix-up, if you have a pip, you can make that unshadow counterable, which is, pretty hard to. You just kind of have to hold it. But frankly, I don't think it's that big of a deal because, whatever. This move, even by itself, is only 0 on block, so whatever. I would just always let it rock. Who cares? What is this? Oh, this is yeah, this is Blankasing. This is what I thought. It just sounded funny for a second. Treasure Trove Cove next. Skies of Arcadia later. Alright, we're good to go for a bit. But Delta understands that because Storm got baited here, he's not happy about it. Right? So what does he immediately do? Punishes with Counterbreaker because Storm is not really that happy with the whole thing and he wants to get out. Good use of meter too. He needed to use that meter to kill, so smart use. Hisako's only going to get 1 instinct this game, probably. I would pop instinct here. Okay.
It makes it even more disgusting.
Storm is really being caught here. Storm is being caught by these low lightnings quite a bit, actually. It says punishment, which means, sometimes the punishment message is wrong in this game. I think it means it caught him on startup of a move. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is a fun game. Much more fun than the Ukulele was. Yeah, they still combo? Oh, I thought I might have been able to combo off that stagger, even though I got knocked down. Storm spends both meters, which I think is correct. And there's a meaty that didn't work because of the lag rollback. Break heavy. Oh, he tried break heavy this time. Wow, he did. It was really late. I didn't think he was going to get there.
Double shoot. He does so much damage and instinct. I think I'm dead again.
There's that mix up again. He has to get one chance. Oh, he just threw him. What a smart play. And I like this from Delta. This is smart.
He does so
So he does this meteor setup, right? And then immediately command grabs. This is what we saw earlier. Slightly different timing, but same idea. He's going to push her into the command grab, into the thing. And this puts her in a stagger, and stagger is a throwable state in KI, right? So rather than go up and do one chance ultra, he just throws. Now that was guessable by a light combo breaker, but
That's 6-6. Yeah,
know.
let's go.
I still think that's cool.
Oh man, I messed up the literally turned the entire fight.
All right, 6-6. So Delta brought it back. He was down like 3 or 4-0. DP? Yes, please. One time. I like it. Throw? Yeah. There's
Tried
another
to
throw.
Mash command grab and didn't get it.
Storm said he had mashed command grab there. I like the challenge again.
Bad start.
Storm is not going to command grab every time you block this, so sometimes you just have to take your turn back with a big, strong medium. All right, remember, Eyedol's mediums are 6, so really fast. Much faster than, or the fastest a medium can possibly be. That's not going to work this time. Even Storm says no counter here, like he was surprised. So he's in the startup of another Rekka here. I think there's like some small window where he can't counter on reaction, but Storm was even surprised that that didn't work there. Maybe it got caught in the lag or something. Break heavy? No.
Gosh.
He's gonna throw. Yeah, you have to throw. Just take the throw. Nothing Eyedol can do though. That isn't scary. Oh wow. So this is exactly what I said he should try, right? He should try sniping this with Shadow Rekka. And it's not enough. He tried to reversal here. He could have just blocked and punished. Or blocked anyway. He didn't have meter to punish, but it's not enough, hey? You know, he punishes the reversal on some weird thing, but if I'm Storm, I'm thinking to myself, man, I can't even use Shadow Rekka to do that, to beat that move. That's pretty good. Medium, not broken. Okay, light broken. That was a guess though.
Caught too many times in the light. I never adjusted throughout the set.
There's a good hit.
Hit
No
again?
confirm though.
Really? No
Mashing reversal. Get him. Please break it. No, you gotta break it, dude. Got him this time. What? What happened here? That definitely goes all the way to the top of the screen. Wow, I'm really confused. Is she projectile invincible while doing that move for no reason at all? Wow, I'm really confused right now.
I thought that
That-
covered the whole screen. Guess not.
Yeah, even Storm says that. I thought that covered the whole screen. It does cover the whole screen. There's a projectile invincible move through the projectile normal. Man,
Yeah, I always thought that covered the entire screen.
it doesn't hit at the top sometimes. It happens to Sadira and Gargos. That's strange. It goes like... It goes over the health bars. I guess the health bars are relative. They're not in absolute position. Huh. Well,
Oh, I tried to dash.
another day I might have... Another day I might open the game up and check that out, but I'm kind of tired, so I'm gonna just let it go. But I'm really surprised at that interaction. I think there's a blank space in the corners. I don't think so. Maybe though.
tried to-
He wasn't in the corner
Tried to
though.
command grab. Good game, Delta.
Okay, I want to see what happened here. I was talking about something. Here's this mix-up again.
So much damage.
Here's the mix-up.
I tried to command grab. Good game, Delta.
He says he tried to
I
command grab.
tried to command grab out of that.
It must have worked because he wasn't in block stun. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to get grabbed himself. So he must have been able to command grab first.
I'm frustrated.
But yeah, I don't know. Must have been an input mistake or something.
It's a make there.
But yeah, I don't think that I wonder what that is. Alright, you know what? You got me. I need to know. I'll be quick about it. I'll have to pause this. Sorry, Treasure Trove Cove, I like you, but hang on a sec. Eyedol's command grab is thrown vulnerable for a very long time. That's interesting. So maybe it doesn't matter which one was first there. Can I skip these cutscenes, please? Sometimes it will only catch them with one hit and then they immediately drop down. Syncing data, we should be done soon. Well, that's wonderful. Are you done soon? Are you done soon? Hello? Anyone? Video game? Come on. Yes? No? Maybe? What? No. Screw that. Oops, no. So what I want to be I want to record stuff.
Fight on.
Alright. So let's get some meter and then let's do this. Okay, I wanted to see if she was actually projectile invincible or not. So it'll be a red box. No, no red box. See, look how high that goes. I don't think she can ever get out of that. Maybe if she wall jumped. Did she wall jump in the game? How do you wall jump? Yeah. Maybe she can get over it with a wall jump. Ah, that's what it must have been. Okay, so it's actually pretty hard to get her to avoid it at all. But there is a range there. Okay, that explains it then. Alright, good to know. Alright, let's finish this up. Nice punish. Shoulder, shoulder. Nice cross up. Please kill him. Ah, I didn't confirm in time. One more time. That would have worked. Break. Oh, I would have gotten hit.
Wow.
Get him. Oh, okay. Gotta go punish that throw. But he's so... Yeah, there's a good one. Okay, he's panicking a bit too much here. He definitely was mashing that button. There was a guest break that worked. You can see Hisako's dashing up trying to beat those projectiles. No, that wouldn't have worked anyway. So maybe, yeah, so Delta isn't always watching the Wrath because this wouldn't have worked no matter what happened. But I think sometimes he is watching the Wrath, just not every time. This Piece, One Piece, what is this? It is One Piece. One Piece Grand Battle Judgment. Or Grand Battle 2 Battle Judgment. Command grab. Please break the heavy, yes. And heavy or medium, that was medium. This is the tough one for Eyedol because he wants to kill her without spinning instinct.
I
Right?
respect that. Good GP. I respect that.
Yeah, he didn't get to kill her without spinning, or he lost a lot of life. So, you know, medium, no. Medium this time, no. Nice backdash, and this is the big time Punisher.
Oh goodness. That's like.
Okay, one mix-up to get close to death here. I'm not sure what happened there. Somebody got hit somewhere. Oh, he tried. You know, sometimes you're trying, you're wrong, but I like the try there, I think, probably.
We're gonna rock with
Alright. Moving along, let's try and finish this up pretty quick here. Oh, it looks like they had a disconnect. I think it's 7-6, or sorry, 7-7, something like that, the score. Nice punish. I like that he finally punished. Knowing that with no Wrath, Hisako has no Wrath, right, and no Shadow, this is a free punish. This is minus like 15 or something. He's gonna sweep. Yeah, he does that combo every time. Jump jab, medium thing, sweep. So if you see the jump jab, you can always just wait till the sweep to break, or break the medium DP. That's gonna work this time. One chance. Sweep this time. Oh, he didn't do sweep this time. But it was heavy, so it would have worked. Whoa, I can't believe the range on that grab. That would have hit her. Jeez, outside of... Look at the range on that thing. Oh, hey, Snap. How's it going, dude? You caught me just as I was about to wrap up watching a fighting game set.
Oh man, I didn't get the counter. That's rough. I'm dead.
And a bunch of stuff where he gets a free recapture because, oh, you could have just ended it. That's gonna get him.
I messed up the counter and like literally like.
I would break here. You have to break, dude. No. Man, he choked away 35% of his own life there, and maybe more here. It's gonna be way more. Break. Oh, I would have died.
He's changed up his break time.
But again, that's a great spot to risk the counter break if you're Hisako, because you can only lose 1 pixel of life and not the whole thing. Okay, yeah, Hisako, he's probably just gonna get hit again now.
Felt like I blocked that, but I guess not.
Oh, there, he finally got it. He finally did this in preemptive.
Like
I like this a lot. He did this preemptively, the cage move, which hits on both sides, to catch the descent.
Oh dear.
Now what? Over. Heavy? He's gonna get parried. He held up and didn't. He dodged the meaty. I think this was a lag thing. This is the type of thing that should not work. Yeah, it's Storm's laughing about it because he knows that he got away with it.
Man. I'm missing stuff, guys.
Nice jump. But I don't like the one chance here. That's where you have to go in. If you get broken, you can pop instinct, right? So you don't. You should not be too worried about.
Oh man. I'm missing.
You should not be too worried about getting broken here. You should go for the kill. Because, you know, what happens here is that he spends his instinct in this combo, but it doesn't. You know. Yeah, and again, it's a really. Oh wow, what happened here? I feel like this DP is 100% telegraphed from Delta. It's so obvious what he's gonna do here, I think. Again, partly because he's mad that he screwed up the game-winning opening. So the DP is kind of obvious. And no immediate Ultra from Storm. He does a Linker which gets broken. And that, you can see it rolled back from the Ultra, but that was just the lag happening. It's gonna get him, yeah, he won. He could have just Ultra'd here. This is what you should always be thinking about. This is gonna hit, so you just Ultra. But he gives Storm 1 chance to survive. Storm's mad because both players gave it away at the end.
Live. Good
Storm could have just ultraed off the counter, but didn't believe he was in danger. And but he made a really good read on the counter on the DP, which I felt was Delta's downfall there.
That was supposed to be influence. I messed it up. Alright. We gotta clean up the play. He said,
why did IG make the computer cheat so much? So damn annoying to play against something or other. This thing scrolled up. When they get put in the exact same counter situation. Yeah, I mean, fighting game AI is not humans, right? They're designed to read your inputs, look at the game state every frame, and make the correct decision every frame. Right? The only way they can make a fighting game that's beatable is to make it intentionally make dumb decisions. So like they'll be like, oh, I see he's about to hit a button, so I'll intentionally not attack him this time, and I'll intentionally get hit. It has nothing to do with intelligence or, you know, conditioning anything. It's just fighting game AI is kind of whack, dude. That's why nobody plays against the AI once you start playing against people. Yeah, King of Fighters is one of the most crazy examples of cheating AI. They really cheat. Another example is Street Fighter 2, where Guile could do flash kick without charge. So anytime you did anything, the computer just flash kicked you. I mean, I don't know. Actually, KI has the cool, you guys should be playing the Shadows mode. If you want to play against AI, play the Shadows, which are AI that are designed after human players, where they take like human tendencies and they map them to AI routines. You should be playing that. That's way more fun than the regular AI.
right before he mucked up the Tiger Nate.
But yeah, don't pretend. Don't worry about AI. They're not real people. They don't play like real people. The strategies that work on AI don't work on real people, and vice versa. So don't worry about it. That's not gonna work. And this is Skies of Arcadia, which is big thumbs up for me. Medium not broken again. Man, I wonder some of that has to be a lag. That Delta is not feeling comfortable breaking that. Oh, what a delayed overhead.
Probably shouldn't.
Oh, bit of
I would say that's okay.
video
but
quality
not
went down there for a bit.
amazing.
Oh, long range overhead. But I didn't end it right away. Gave and oh, I like it. I like it from Storm. He does he guesses that he's gonna do some projectile thing, or I guess not. He tried to frame trap or something because he's not even in the projectile body. Whatever. But this is plus here, so he's like, all right, fine, parry, parry your DP. Smart move. And again, not a huge risk if he's wrong. But taking the life bar first is a big deal, because it means now Storm is free rolling. He's playing with house money.
No.
He said he wanted the shadow command grab there, Storm did. But winning the first life bar, you figure like, oh well, I'm probably just gonna die here. You know, it doesn't really matter who got the first hit. It actually does matter a lot. Storm is playing with yeah, the casino's money here.
Wow, no. I'm not sure how I didn't get it.
Yeah, but Storm thought he should have got something there that the
I'm
lag took
really
away from him.
not sure how I didn't get it. Oh, come on.
Yeah, but because of combo assist, it's hard to learn against people with people spamming buttons every time. Well, combo assist doesn't change the neutral, right? It just means that people can do combos, but those combos happen no matter, you know, they happen anyway. If you're getting hit, you should be worried about that, not getting comboed. The combo is the secondary concern, not getting hit is the first concern.
Give me the shadow, please. Please just give me the shadow.
Don't attack into it.
I really need
Storm's
to
been
give me
hit,
the
like,
shadow.
you can see he's mad that the, you know, combination of the hitbox and the leg means he's not getting his moves. But yeah,
right
Wh-
read.
and but he ended up doing some silly stuff, and he keeps attacking into the shadow meteors, which I feel is just definitely a matchup thing that he's not used to. Oh, that was a guest break, or maybe he thought that was heavy linker. Now this is gonna work. DP. Oh, he did that, and I mean that's not that much worse, I guess. He tried to. He probably thought he could do the. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Storm needs to know that he got away with it in the first round, but it doesn't actually work. He keeps thinking that it's going to work, which I mean, he saw it work the first time, so he's probably like, well, I maybe just mistiming it, or maybe I should wait a little longer. But it's definitely a weird move that is getting him killed. Probably just needs to block it out and try and hope to survive that way.
Anti-air.
Yeah,
Shallow jump art.
you can tell Storm is he's saying the shallow jump art from Warrior Eyedol is really hard to deal with. If you don't have a DP, it certainly is. But also the lag plays a big factor here, I think. Trying to anti-air a slow or a low jumping character with a good air button without a DP is really difficult. Can you pick whose Shadow to fight against? Yes, you can. You go to Shadow... Well, I'll let the guys in chat explain it. You go to Shadow Lab or something. It's one of the main options on the main menu. You have to make a shadow for that to work. So if you don't want to make a shadow, then go to Shadow Survival, which is in the single player menu. And then you can play against a never-ending string of shadows. That you don't get to pick who they are, but you get to fight against AI that isn't as frustrating. Alright, so this is like 8-9 or something. Eyedol, I think, is winning by 1 game here. He caught the reset on the jump back. Yeah, it's really hard to avoid these grabs. And it hurts a lot when you get caught. Was this 30 something? 31, yeah. Medium. He's letting these mediums go, and that was a dropped ender from Storm too.
No counter? Come on.
Yeah, Steven Storm says counter there because, again, this is the exact same situation that we've been talking about, right? Low health Eyedol with Instinct. It makes sense to DP.
No counter?
And Storm knew it and just didn't get it with the lag.
I was like story in my
But
life right
props
now.
on him for not breaking there. I probably would have broken this recapture, and I think it's a smart move to not break there and just eat this combo.
Instinct.
Yeah, he just got hit by something. I don't even know what it was there.
All because I missed.
Unfortunately, the video quality is makes it difficult to see what's happening here. Probably also in the real game, to be honest, this is going to get countered and dead. But, you know, I like that he forced him to use an instinct pop when it wasn't really that beneficial to him. DP please. Oh, he just stood there and took it. Was he petting his dog or something? What happened here? He said counter hit, so I guess his dog brushed up against his stick. One chance into death. Or not death, but one mix up here for your life. What do you got? Well, that's really hard to stop. But he's gonna get one more. You know? I mean, I don't know. I can't block that. It's harder to block when you're a big fat character. It's also harder to block when you're playing Singapore to the UK. But in general, it's just hard to block. Can you search any player? I don't think you can search by a name. I think you can just search by like looking down lists. But I might be wrong on that actually. There's a good block, and he jumps the command grab, but you know, it wasn't command grab this time, so he gets hit. Now he's in the big loop time. Hisako built some wrath back. I don't like that he dashes forward here. If he wants the full wrath, he shouldn't dash. He should just walk. He'll get to here by walking. I don't know why he dashes. But, you know, see that he would have been a combo there if he just walked. Now he's gonna get got. And a bunch of nonsense on the screen. Somebody's getting hit. Oh, picked off by the meteor.
Shoot.
Man, this move is so good at corner control, isn't it? This instinct club thing. Like, you can't shadow counter it. It's plus on block. And it takes up the giant, you know, you can't jump it because it covers up here. It's just so good. You can't just block it forever either because you can command grab from that range. I don't know. really strong. If he gets hit again.
Keep getting hit by the low there.
Yeah, even says Storm. He keeps getting hit by the low. Every time he blocked it. Yeah. That shadow counter was ill-advised. It wasn't going to work either way. Because Storm had the Wrath. What is it?
No counter?
Dragon Quest 2. Let's get some Wild Arms going here. Yeah.
No counter?
Sorry, I wanted to see what Storm said no counter to.
No counter?
Yeah. That DP is not 0 after the freeze either. You can just counter during the freeze if he wasn't doing something. That's not my Steam notification. That is a good move though. And no medium break. He hasn't broken that medium auto double one time, I think. It's been like almost never. Nice punish. He dropped the combo, but it was a good punish. Now he's got Storm right where he wants him. Right into the command grab. Again.
Gosh, damn it.
What happened? He got grabbed again, you know, and thrown. Lots of damage on that. And it countered though. Break the medium auto double, please, one time. And this combo is something that Storm loves to do. This one. Medium auto double, heavy linker, medium auto double. That's been like, I don't know, I've seen that like 6 or 7 times this set. Block it. Oh, he kind of blocked it. I think on his end he blocked it and then it rolled back. Yeah.
What in the fudge?
Yeah, even Storm doesn't know what happened there. And he's gonna get Ultra, that sucks. That was the game, right? Yeah. Well, this is kind of an unsatisfying ending to a 9-9 close set. Because Storm definitely thought he got the hit here. And then that's him ultraing. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's him doing Ultra. Because that's the input for Ultra, right? Pretty sure. So, you know. They rolled back away from Storm, and then look, that was a rollback there too, right? He just got hit by a low here, which kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But you know, like I said, it's hard to fault the players too much when there's this much lag. But on the other hand, this is Killer Instinct, and this is Singapore to the UK, okay? You guys want to take a look at a world map for a second? Take a look at a world map. Maps. Alright, do you know a fighting game that can do this distance, a 14-hour plane ride? You know, I've played Street Fighter V from somewhere in here to 5 minutes away, and it's been laggier than what I just watched. So, you know, this is crazy. And sorry, if you don't live in London, my apologies. I just picked London because it was somewhere near where you are. But yeah, so, you know, laggy, sure, but also it's halfway across the world. So, you know, there's only so much you can do. And the set was still surprisingly playable, even though there were moments of kind of strong lag. It was still pretty good. Well, this makes me sad that more fighting games don't use this stupid netcode, because fighting games are fun to play online when you get good netcode and you get good matches. But not when you have Dragon Ball netcode and Street Fighter V netcode and whatever. It's a bummer, dude. Anyway, I've been streaming for 4 hours now. That's a long time. I've been talking about fighting games for 4 hours, and I need to go get some food, and I need to chill. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I hope this KI analysis was good. I kind of felt, I hope I said some useful stuff that you guys could use in your own games. I'm not sure I had too much interesting stuff to say on the second half of my analysis, but nonetheless, I hope it was good. Sorry guys, I'm really tired. Really burned, or really talked out from that 4-hour stream. But yeah, again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I don't get a ton of viewers, but hopefully I'm able to help the few guys who do tune in. And it's a more cozy atmosphere with fewer people anyway. So thanks again. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night.